Noble for coverage of the 1995 Grand.
Round 7 underway from the parade, and the Redlegs, who haven't won for a month, need a victory today over the Eagles to get back on the winners list. Loose ball falls to Fleming. Got it from Donald Dickey. The Redlegs go forward quickly. Miller playing it today at centre-half forward. Tyson goes forward deep into the pocket. Reid underneath it. Spear has the job on Reid today, and the ball trickles out of bounds for a throw-in. Joining me today in commentary, Gary Window. Gary, welcome to the ABC.
Lovely to be here, David. Yes, it's a great Norwood Oval. Always love watching footy here. There's the play. Oh, heavy high tackle there. That'll go the way of Norwood. Their first chance to kick a goal, and it's one of their new players. One of their new players in John Cunningham. You can see that. That was a very high tackle. Well picked up there, and this will make a fairly easy shot at the goal. The first one of today, only about 35 metres out directly in front of goal.
Told him the offender, Gary.
Yes, he certainly was. And Cunningham, from Geelong originally, looks a likely type. They're expecting a lot from this player this year. Long kick. The wind has just drifted away to the left. It's missed. It's through for that point. The first score of the day, 1 point to Norwood.
Gary McIntosh of Norwood won the toss. And the coin today for some trivia busts thrown in the air by Neil Hine. Former Norwood champion ruckman. This is Rogers, two-time best and fairest. Pays, former state captain, deep in the back pocket, chips around to Wiedemann. Oh, the Weed just didn't lean back on it quite enough. Eastor couldn't get there. Giorgio handballs back now. Opportunity for Growden, back from the reserves and shoulder injury. Miller claimed. Play on, said the umpire, as Giorgio goes for the loose ball, flicks it out to Cunningham. He's claimed we're not in possession, but Pays a hurried kick forward, and this game has started at a terrific pace.
Certainly has. That's a terrific start, and Norwood Oval, we're very close here to the play, right over the top of this throw-in now on the grandstand side of the Norwood Oval. Big pack of players there. Keating from behind, Neiman. Keating gets the thump away. Big pack of players, you can see there again as Neiman gets the handball, looking for Ziller. Ziller going close. Davies held her and not in possession. The ball's out of play. Yes, plenty of strong body work there.
Interesting, Ziller in screen and Davey, former teammates. In fact, it was Ziller and his brother, Stephen, that kept Todd Davey out of the roving position at the Eagles, which forced him to Norwood.
Neiman gets a tap down to the front of the pack. Growden there, good to see him back. His tackle had no way of getting rid of that. Pulled off the ball there. Growden had that shoulder reconstruction coming back today. Good to see him back there. It's a pretty important game for both sides today. Norwood and the Eagles. Norwood in 6th position and the Eagles in 4th. Bounce down. Big Keating in there with a helmet. Tries to get in front. Does so. Gets a tap away. That plaque of players once more. Heavy tackling there, but the umpire says the man on the bottom will get the free kick. It'll go the way of the Norwood Rover in Cunningham. Taken now by Fleming. Fleming looking for leads. Oh, he's got McIntosh. They'll need a big game from him today. McIntosh onto the left foot to centre half forward, looking for Big Miller. He's up in front, can't take it, down to the back, and that'll allow the Eagles half-back line to clear it away, and that's in the person of Hugh Grinnick. Out of play, out of sight of the ground. Norwood 1 point, Eagles yet to score.
Hamish Simpson, centre half-back for the Eagles. Miller, customary centre half-back, playing today at centre half forward, and Bowman gets the job at centre half-back on Filippo. Wiedemann over the top, Hugh Grinnick with pace. Watch him go. The left foot forward into space. Morfitt runs onto it. Fleming's got the job on him too, by the way. Watch for fireworks there between those two. Dantokia goes to ground. And going with him, Nigel Browning forces the bounce. So we're at midfield, just a few minutes into the first term, and conditions overcast at Norwood Parade. Not much chance of rain, certainly in the early part of this match. We might see some later in a good crowd.
See Stephen Rose sitting there. Wouldn't they love him out there today? Bounce down centre wing position. Wiedemann gets a little quick kick away. Goes into no man's land to the centre. Will take the runners here. Sam Filippo over the ball there. He's tackled. We're not in possession. And will take the free kick from the centre of the Norwood Oval. Ball thrown away there, but umpire's playing on. That wasn't a play on decision because Filippo's injured there, as you can see, like his leg. He's in a little bit of trouble as he kicks short to Wiedemann. Wiedemann still in the centre. Goes on that characteristic left foot over the half-forward line. The big men there, Keating can't take it. Comes to ground. That allow Ugrinnik down there in the left-forward flank region to drive the ball goalwards for the Eagles. No one there. It's all Norwood, and the mark taken defence by Kieran Ryan.
Kieran Ryan playing his first game for the year, that should be. Played his last game back in the mid-portion of 1994, so banished to the reserves in 95 and finding favour with new coach Road. Keating looks to play on quickly. This is Fleming from the outer side. A long ball down the outer wing. Oh, Miller and Simpson, a test of strength. Donald Dickey handballed it forward. The Redlegs crash it forward. Standing in their way is Pearce. He's been a terrific little battler since coming down from the Sunshine State. Dickey again works hard for the ball, pushed across the line by Wiedemann, and will have a bounce on the outer side.
Throw-in out there. Wiedemann, you see on screen, he's a fearsome looking character. The ball goes towards that player now. He can't get it. Zilla with a heavy tackle. Play allowed to go on. Davey, good handball. Another good handball. Norwood playing well over to Grouden. He drives a long floating kick up forward. No one can grab that ball. It bounces awkwardly. Oh, Miller comes through like a train for Norwood. Good defensive play. He's banged it towards the line. It's out. It's out of bounds about 10 metres around from the behind post. But good movement there. Big Miller, really. Jason Miller, 42nd game. Only 25. I thought he was older than that. Good play from that big fella. Throw in. Left forward pocket. Over the back comes Rogers. Goes down to Wiedemann. He'll clear from there with a long kick to the outer side, scoreboard side. Will it bounce in play? Close to the line. In fact, it comes straight back. Ugrinnik's tackle, but not in possession. The umpire lets it go. He's back over it now. Under pressure there. Gets it away. Norwood will come clear. Handball comes to Miller. Miller's got it over to Giorgio. He snaps towards goal. It's a ripper, I think. He's put it through. Norwood's first goal. It's through Giorgio, and that's good play there. Big Miller being involved too in the forward line. Norwood go to 1-1, 7 points. Eagles, no score.
Well, what a mistake here by Ugrinnik. The first rule is not to bring it back across the face of goal, and he should have turned and went for the boundary line, but the pressure was brought about by good tackling by the Redlegs, and Miller hurried it around the corner. Giorgio on the left. He's been a terrific pickup for the Redlegs this year.
Back in the centre of the Norwood Oval. Norwood with first blood going to the northern end. Favoured probably by that breeze as the kick away is good. Grouden doing wonderful things for Norwood early in the game. Miller, that's been a good move down there, centre half forward. Onto the left foot, down to the full forward area. Knocked away from behind, but it's good. Easto gets it away. The running player there is Reid. He's banged through his first for the day. Good play by Norwood, a very good start to them. We're 5 minutes into this first quarter. Norwood, 2 goals, 1. Norwood 2-1, Eagles yet to score.
16 goals for the year to Ashley Reid. He's a focal point, but look at the work by Miller. He's crashing through. He's creating a few headaches. You can see a few blokes just looking around in his general direction. And he normally plays at centre half back and he comes straight through. Well, he's doing that today at centre half forward.
Oh, I saw him last week. He took Carter out the first minute of the play against Port Adelaide, and he's very aggressive down there in the forward lines.
So at the bounce, we're just on 6.5, 7, almost 8 minutes, correction, into the first term. The Redlegs 2-1-13. The Eagles are yet to score. In fact, I don't think they've gone past the half-forward flank, frankly. This is Pays. Great last week against South Adelaide. Totham crashes it to ground. Browning missed it. Davey also had an opportunity, but McIntosh, head down, bum up, goes through, crashes through like a train. Now Grouden recovered from the reconstructed shoulder, as Gary Window has already told you. This is Pearce. Look at him, the little Aussie battler. Blasts it long and low to Pays at half forward, needs a lead, gets it. Biglands comes out. The big fella gets a push. What did the umpire say? Play on's the call. They're letting it flow today. Nothing wrong with that.
Let it go. Oh, strike.
Well, as long as they're consistent, Gaz, they're going to let it. Players earn the kicks today. And there's an FAD. Danny Cowell has picked out one. And Ryan was clobbered as he got the kick away. And have a look at this. What you be the judge.
There it is. The kick away. Didn't seem too late to me as the ball comes down to centre wing. It's off hands, taken away by little Giorgio. He's off. He's a goer, this bloke. Onto the left foot. Oh, it's a lovely looking kick off the boot, but just drifts away. He thought he should have kicked that. It's missed, but it's all Norwood's. 9 minutes into this first quarter. Norwood 2-2. The Eagles yet to score.
Well, what a pace. You can't believe that the Redlegs, the way they're playing at the moment, have lost their last 3 games and a bye in between.
Oh, they want to do something, David. They've looked very ordinary the last 3 weeks. They have to prove something at home.
Well, I saw them against Central, the opening match. They were fantastic, and they looked to be in the early part, back to that form. This is Davey inside 50. You'll line him up, pushes it to the point of the square. Not much tall timber back there, and underneath it, good mark taken back there by Stephen Hall for the Eagles. The Redlegs are just peppering the goals, Gary.
They certainly are. They're using the ball beautifully, and they certainly need it as Pearce gets it away from the back pocket for the Eagles. Another fouling after disposal. Pretty soft, but I suppose it's all right to say up here in the commentary box they're soft.
They're never soft when you got them.
Pays has got the free kick, and David, he'd be one of the ones early for this year's Magarey medal. He's playing very good football. Hasn't done a lot yet today.
The last 3 weeks he's been outstanding. Best last week, no problem for the Eagles, so he's picking up votes. So's this guy, by the way. Newfound maturity for Neiman. Back to Tottenham. Neiman. A few people are looking at him. They've overlooked him in recent times for an AFL recruit. This is Morford, another former Geelong player. Look at the balance, and what about that?
What a shocker.
Well, he was undecided, wasn't he? With the handball over the top to Taylor.
He's your old teammate, you say. That was a shocker.
Yeah.
Saw his leg off. You have a look at this on the replay. Beautiful play there. Good attacking play by Zilla. You'll see it drop the Morford. No, a league player should kick this. He runs in. Instead, he's on his left foot. They're usually beautiful at that. It's out of play. Norwood will clear out of there. The long left foot kick goes into the centre of the ground. Not well placed. Davey makes a valiant attempt to mark. Taken by Wiedemann. Good handball. Neiman doing good things. Morford, can you make up? Drives for goal. He's done it. He had to do that. He's got it back. Great goal. The first one for the Eagles today. And did they need that? Norwood 2-2 league. The Eagles 1-1. And he really made up for that, David.
Look at Wiedemann. He created this. Just shrugged through. But the Neiman handball, I was a bit concerned about. I'm not sure where it was really going. Fortunately, Morford was right in the right spot. A natural left footer. All he had to do was just pivot and bang it through on the left.
Back in the centre of the Norwood Oval. 2 goals to Norwood. The Eagles 1-1. We've had 10 minutes into this first quarter. Started at a hectic pace. SANFL football alive and well. Bounce down. Big Keating in there. Neiman. Keating gets the first touch to it. Bouncing that pack of players. Didn't go hard for that pace. Overran it. Good tackling in there. Another bounce down the centre of the ground, about 10 metres closer to the Norwood goal. They're going with the aid of a slight breeze to this northern end in the first quarter.
Pays knew that he really didn't attack the ball with the vigour that he normally does. 11 and a half, almost 12 minutes into the first term. This is Donald Dickey back to Giorgio. Look at the slick handball by the Redlegs. Fleming, a long one to the wider side there. Matthew Toomey, first kick for him. Miller juggles it, pushes it forward. Cunningham pulled off the ball. Look at this, players harassing. Quick kick forward, Pearce out into space. Ugrinnick was the target, but the boundary line will beat him. And you just sense that the Redlegs' vigour today is going to be a factor.
Still early days, David, and Norwood was always better to kick to that to the northern end with the aid of a slight breeze, but the Eagles, that goal against it was a valuable one, but they're not playing well yet. The ball out of the pack goes wide. Pearce doing good things, gets away Ugrinnick, hangs on it a bit long, then drives long to centre wing. A lot of pushing and shoving there. The umpire says that's all right, and the mark's been played to Sam Philippo. Philippo goes to Tottenham. He goes in the middle. The running players are all there. That's good play there. Running through was Browning. He goes onto the left foot, drives it in the pocket. Big players are in there, and that's that big full forward, Big Lance. He can't get it up. It's out of play. Throwing on the left half forward flank, outer side of the ground. And a good move here for the Eagles. They need a goal.
Big test for Rhett Biglands. There he is, 198 centimetres, plenty of him. 5 goals, 2 last week, and Daniels, a rated full-back, has got the job on him. Toomey to Todd Davey. A long ball and wide. Cunningham with the legs. Can he get there? At the back of it, it's Pearce. Misses it. Goes to Cunningham. He goes forward, and Reid out on the chest. Dropped it. He had the front position. He was beautifully placed. Now an opportunity for Spear. Handballs are back. Dillon needs to work hard. Cunningham claims him. It ricochets out to Pays. A short one over the top to Morford is good work. And Morford was beautifully balanced. Marked in front of Fleming. That's another good battle. Watch for that one as the day unfolds. Philippo and Bowman, another one. So there's some beaut matchups around the ground.
There certainly is, and it'll be a good game. And the Eagles there, you just see Philippo, number 17, running away for the Eagles as we're 13 and a half minutes into this first quarter. Rogers coming back to Stan McIntosh, but Sam Philippo needs a big game in the forward lines for the Eagles. Zilla does well. Over the top of that ball, can't get it clear. It bounces out of play. Throw in centre wing, grandstand side.
McIntosh ruck roving, goes to a half forward flank. He's changing with Giorgio, and Rogers has got the job on the 2 live wire ruck rovers. So what a job he's got today.
How would you like that?
Not me. Neiman. Sorry, Gary.
Goes to Zilla. He's there under the pack. Always seen there, them Zilla boys. They're absolute little gems the way they play footy. Both from up their Lobethal way originally, but I like the way they just barrow in all the time. Bounce down centre wing. 87 games now for Zilla, and that's a terrific effort. Big Keating up in front there, gets it away. Norwood under a lot of pressure, trying to burst their way clear. As Toomey, he couldn't do so, and there'll be another bounce down on centre wing. Overcast conditions, I think the change is coming, David, but Norwood lead 2-2 to the Eagles, 1-1.
Not much in it. Big thump by Bowman. Goes to space. Growden. Oh, beautifully done, Dillon. He was tripped and still gathered in the ball. Gets it away to Browning. The Eagles are playing play-on football. It's working for them into the breeze. And this out on the lead is Biglands. Well, the big fellow looks very impressive when he gets out on the lead. He's pretty quick and he's got terrific hands. That
was a good move. Have a look at this lead and grab. And that's a young player that's only just started. He's kicked 5 goals last week, and that's a great mark.
So Biglands, 40 out. Let's have a look at the kicking style. I think he rushed the work then. Yes, he did. Dragged it off to the left. I just didn't think that he settled like he did last week. We saw him against South, and he was just quite terrific. 5 goals, 2 in 3 quarters of football. He came on just after quarter time.
He looks very good, and that was a good kick up there. Very difficult to kick in that from that pocket at the Norwood Oval, and he did it with distance, but I think you're right, David. He hurried a little bit. 2-2, Norwood lead Eagles 1-2. Kick out Dan Tokia to the outer side of the ground. A nice looking kick, gets a bit of distance. Keating from behind, knocks it away from Neiman. It goes down to Zill again. He's on the bottom of the pack, number 8 again. You can see him there. You'll see him. Get off me, you logs, as he pushes him up. Only a little bloke, but takes everything they throw at him. Bounce down near the centre-half forward position for the Eagles. They need a goal here to make it very interesting. Keating in there with a head guard, tries to knock it away. Good tackling. The ball drops to the bottom of the pack once more. Can't get it through. Browning on the bottom of the pack. He can't get it out. Another bounce down. As Norwood 2-2 lead the Eagles 1-2, and we've had 15 minutes into the first quarter.
David Walk, the runner for the Redlegs, getting another message from Peter Rode. He'll have his work cut out for him today. From behind, it was Neiman who thumps it to ground. Crashing through, unable to get it on that occasion was James McClure. It falls to Troy Clements, another former Eagle, by the way. So Davey and Clements, just a couple, and I think Matthew James is in the reserve. So the Redlegs have picked up a few players from the Eagles. I think it was about the time when the Eagles were just flush with success.
They certainly were. Bounce down, outer side of the ground, coming through. Big thump away there. The Lachlan Bowman goes straight to the boundary line. It's out of play for another throw-in. Getting a bit cooler at Norwood Oval. We're getting that change coming through, but the players here really putting in. Norwood needed desperately a win after 3 losses, and the Eagles also want to cement their place in the finals. Goes into the centre-half forward position, comes off hand, but it's Pearson there. He's a likely little type. He's tackled now, didn't know what to do with it. Tottenham's got it, gets the handball away, and that allows the Eagles to clear to centre wing, but it's a badly placed kick, and Growden is marked for Norwood. He looks for a lead at half forward. Big Miller's the way it's gone, up high. That's a good grab, and he's got it 55, 60 metres from goal, tucked into this left half forward flank. Miller looking for the leading player there. Eastor it is. Up high, it comes off the back of the pack. Cunningham tries to read it through there. McIntosh in there, he can't get it. Over to Tottenham, it's knocked away from him. Plenty of strong bodies in there. Reed gets the handball away beautifully over there. Into the open goal goes Dale Fleming, but he's missed. It's offline, and Norwood only got a point when they needed a goal. Norwood 2 goals, 3, leading the Eagles 1-2, and we've had 16 minutes into this first quarter.
Just having a look at Fleming's aggregate. 22 games last year, he only kicked 2 goals, so he doesn't kick a lot.
Looked like it from that too.
Wiedemann on the boundary line, pulled off the ball. He's looking for the free. The umpire agrees with him, by the way, so often just a pensive look towards the umpire from a face like that might work.
Scare you, that Conley, didn't it?
Oh, I know. I think there was a touch there, but other times today they've let those go. This is Pays covering plenty of ground on the outer wing. A long ball. Keating drops back, kick behind play, the big man. And marks like a basketball too. He really doesn't leap forward, does he? Just jumps straight up.
No, good comment, David. He leant back on it, didn't he?
This is Bowman from centre-half back to centre-half forward. That's a penetrating kick. Miller upended. Big punch from Rogers. It falls to Miller at the back. He kicks it forward off the ground. Esau couldn't get there. Ball crashed. Oh, look at the big fella in Miller. Now, what's wrong with that? That's just a good body.
Yeah, they get pinged for that, though, nowadays, that's for sure. There's a kick away from Jones for the Eagles. Comes wide to Rogers. Rogers now looking for a player at centre-half back and finds that player in Browning. He'll kick from the centre-half back. Now decides to handball. Tottenham getting kicks in this first quarter, playing the centre. Handballs away to Browning. Back to Tottenham, getting the stats there. Onto the left foot. It's a scrubby-looking one. Goes to half forward. off hands there. That was Giorgio for Norwood to snap it up. Over to Davey. Fleming, some good handballs there. They're running hard through there. It's Clements for Norwood. Looks for the leading player at half forward. It's High. Miller can't take it over the back. Down to Neiman. Good play. Charges through. A big bloke's got to do that. Tottenham's got it, and he clears up in the centre half forward position where it's marked there and kicked on by the Eagles in McClure. He goes into the big fella there, and Big Lanson has been paid the free kick half forward.
Pretty hard to stop at 198 centimetres. The McClure kick wasn't a beauty though, it just floated. Oh, in fairness, he put it out where Biglands could run onto it, so perhaps the kick wasn't so bad. We're a bit harsh. Now again, the Biglands kicks go to the far side. Filippo was up on the line, but it was already across and out of bounds on the full. Norwood free kick, back pocket, and we've played just on 20 minutes into this first term.
It's a likely move of that Biglands though, isn't he? The first time I've seen him, he looks very good. Tall player, must have a chance in the future. The ball goes over the back of the pack. The umpire's blowing the whistle. He was closer than us. He's picked that out. We'll go the way of Norwood. That's big Aaron Keating, the ex-South Adelaide player. He'll kick from half-back flank. Good crowd at Norwood as the big kick holds up in the air a bit. Out on the wing there, but all Norwood in there. Good mark taken as the handball wide to the running players. That's terrific by Norwood. In short to the leading player there in Reid, and he's grabbed it 50 metres from goal, right half-forward line. 16 games for Ashley Reid, but I tell you what, he's a likely player. Can kick a long way. Puts it in the right spot. It's drifting on, but it's just gone across the face in the end. It's through for a minor score, but Norwood attacking to the northern end. They go to 2-4, leading the Eagles 1-2 in this first quarter.
Ashley Reid has one, John Giorgio the other for the Redlegs. At the other end, Scotty Morfitt, the only goal scorer for the Eagles, is from full-back. Stephen Hall goes out, but look at this. Tyson, the specialist goal kicker, on the left boot, by the way, so this won't be a difficult shot for him. He's kicked plenty from here. Only 22 years of age. He kicked 4 goals last season. Right footer. Leans back on it, by the way. We normally see him stay over the ball, but he's offline. Just about to say, last year when we watched him kick, Gary, he used to stay beautifully over the ball. That time I just watched he lean back on the kick, and I think he hoped that the wind would do the job for him.
I think you picked it right there, David, and nice looking kick. He's a very smooth mover, isn't he? But needs to kick those. As Norwood 2-5, lead the Eagles 1-2, and we're 20 minutes into this first quarter at Norwood Oval. Kick taken there by Hamish Stewart. Only very short. Spears got it now. He puts it into the little fella, Zilla. He's at half-back. Oh, they play around nowadays over to Wiedemann. That's only gone 10 metres. That's a 25-metre penalty. Knocked the ball away. You can't do that now, David. I don't know why players persist to do it.
No, I think he was just guarding it, and the Weed was clever enough just to let it fall as the hand came out. He earned the 25-metre penalty.
Wiedemann looking for the short one again and going against the breeze, but it's not much of a breeze. Have a look at that kick. That's travelled 55 metres. Sam Filippo leads in the race. They get away through Browning. Good handball to Ugrinic. He's got pace. Handball's inboard. Centre half forward position. Good long handball by Tottenham. Over to Zilla. He goes to goals. That parade end. It's flagging in there, but not far enough. It's through for a point as the Eagles 1-3 trail Norwood 2-5. 21 minutes into the first quarter.
Jason Zilla not renowned as a goal kicker. Only 13 games last year. Injury forced him to miss virtually half the season. From fullback, the Ryan kick, a long ball. Bowman was up, so too Keating. It falls to the Weed. He crashes through, goes long on the left. It's looking pretty good. Have a look at that. Goal umpire just leans back and it nearly hit him on the head. And the Weed crashes through and creates something out of nothing.
They certainly needed. That was absolutely amazing. And there's the kick-off now. You'll see what happened. That's a pretty good kick out of there. Goes right down a long way, knocked away by Keating. Wiedemann, now that's what he's there for. Look at that strength. Goes through, and more importantly, then it's the long left foot kick that's gone straight through for a great goal.
So into time on, the Eagles trail by 2 points. 2-5 to 2-3. The Weed with his first. The other is Morfitt. They're not far off the pace, kicking into the breeze, the Eagles. This is danger signs for the Redlegs. Eastor gets it down to McIntosh around the boot with that famous left leg, but Rogers at half-back marks and plays on quickly. Running from defence, this is Adam Pearce. A wide kick, it's out of bounds on the full. Pays is not happy at all with the delivery. And the free kick will be taken by Trevor Growden on the grandstand wing.
He goes long now. That's the way to go. Norwood, they've got to get something here. Going with a slight breeze. Miller up there high in front. He can't get it. It pops out the back. Fleming's down there also on the forward lines. He can't get it clear. The players jump over it. Davey comes back hard for it. Everyone's calling for a free kick. It's not there. Pushing and shoving in there. And coming up from the bottom of the pack there is Todd Davey.
One thing I've seen today, Gary, that I really haven't seen in the Eagles side since probably their 93 victories is the fierceness, the ferocity of the tackling.
It's certainly been terrific as Keating knocks it away. Oh, McIntosh, you little humdinger. He bangs it towards goal. His first goal, number 14, Gary McIntosh, the captain. Oh, that's a terrific effort. Norwood go along to 3 goals, 5, 23. The Eagles 2-3-15.
The players dream about this, and some never do it in their whole career, and Macca does it consistently. Look at the pick-up on the half volley. It's one of the hardest things in football to do, and wouldn't you expect that a guy with that balance and that poise, who's won the last 2 Magarey medals, could just pick it up on the half volley. Made it look so easy, and if you've played the game, you know just how very difficult that was. That's an inspirational goal from the skipper.
Certainly wouldn't matter if there's even bodies around there then. He would have taken them out. It's just the way he goes about his footy. He's had a groin operation in the off-season. Come back again, and do they need the skipper today? Bounce down on the centre of the ground. 3-5 Norwood. The Eagles 2-3. The big thump away. The players run hard at it. Neiman there with a chance for the Eagles. Tries to get the handball clear. Can't do so. It goes to the bottom of the pack. Umpire says you can't get that out and have another bounce down.
Donald Dickey and Adam Ugrinnick, the 2 speedsters on the outer wing.
That'll be a great clash, as you've said already, David, today. Norwood lead by 8 points. 25 minutes into this first quarter. Knockdown goes wide. Trying to find people clear. Goes to Totham for the Eagles. A scrubby kick into the half-forward line. That's good play there by Bowman. He picks up hard. Handball's not as good, though. That'll allow Browning in there for the Eagles. He puts a little kick off the side of his boot to Zilla. He fumbles once. Gets it on to Filippo. Oh, the umpire's pinged it for a free kick. I thought that was a bit harsh.
Let's have a look at it.
We'll have a look on the replay.
Zilla just goes forward, tries to flick it on quickly. He looked to get a hand to it, but didn't connect, and that's why the umpire called it a throw. Dantokia from half-back. This is Clements, the former Eagle, in front of Browning. The 2 number 25s picking up each other. Man-on-man football at this stage of the game. Towards half-forward, Miller's the target, but he was stripped, or held, said the umpire. Free kick against Simpson. And Simpson, I think you'll find, really needs to just find an edge on Miller, because Miller has led him to every ball and is worrying Simpson at this stage of the game. Long ball, Reid out on the lead. Spear pushes him under it. Cunningham around the corner did pretty well in the end, but Rogers ducks back, marks, plays on and goes to the outer side. Around the corner, the target out there is McClure. Oh, great low mark, and a runner in Ugrinnick. Brought to ground by Dickey. McIntosh is there, but McClure is good enough to kick it to the outer side. Filippo needs some pace to get there. Davey beat him to the ball. Evades the tackle from Neiman and goes long, deep to Keating. Oh, but well done underneath that one, Stephen Hall.
That was a good grab, wasn't it, there, as he grabbed that. And Hall, the North Brisbane recruit, did well. He kicks it into Totham at centre half back. Totham now for the Eagles. They need to do something. Oh, he's kicked that to no one. It's come out in front of our ABC commentary position here, but it's only Cunningham for Norwood there. He grabs it. He's playing around with it a bit. Got a player inside now in Growden. He goes onto the left foot. That's where it should have went in the first place. Keating's down there, goes off the back of the pack. Running hard is Rogers. He's a good player, cool in defence. Goes wide to the outer side of the ground, under the scoreboard there. Norwood oval. The ball just dribbles out of play. No one can get that. As it winds down to the end of this first quarter, Norwood 3-5, lead the Eagles 2-3.
28 minutes into the first term, Hall Keating won the tap. It falls down to Dickey. He just thumps it forward. McIntosh on the left boot, goes long towards goal. They lead by 8 points. Make it 14. The skipper gets his second, and that is an inspirational goal as the siren sounds. The skipper gets his second goal, and there it is at quarter time. Norwood 4 goals 5, lead the Eagles 2 goals 3. Top action on ABC Sport. Happy. Yeah, we're happy with that.
May 24, Friday, May 24, Wednesday, 3 meals for Wednesday, Wednesday at 8 p.m. $5 per person. We're welcoming you to make our favourite from 6 to 8. It's a wonderful Friday. Friday, May 31st, our usual end of month business luncheon, Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. Always very, very popular luncheon, $30 per head. 3-course meal, beer, wine and pork. Guest speaker this month is Conservation Dr. John Wong. Very interesting. You may want to come along. Book with Lucy, Friday, May 31st. Also, anyone who purchased a ticket in the Eagles lottery today, winning ticket was blue ticket A78. Blue ticket A78. That prize will be picked up at the club anytime during the week in Cox South. Blue ticket A78 for the Eagles lottery today. Anyone interested in dining at the club on Thursday night, a la carte menu, will be to know that Steel Road personally announces the team at 9 p.m. sharp. The time is selected first is direct from the coach, Thursday night dining. Steel Road announces the team at 9 p.m. sharp.
Danny Cowell puts the ball in motion for the second quarter at the parade as the Redlegs lead the Eagles by 14 points, courtesy of a marvellous running on the siren goal by their skipper Gary McIntosh in the first term. Loose ball falls, McIntosh fights for it. He's really picked up the tempo and he's just got right into this game.
He looks good when he's fair dinkum, Macca, and they're battling injuries, but you can see today the old glints in the eye, enough to scare anyone. Bounce down again. Big pack of players around the ball. Norwood Oval in pretty good conditions. We've had dry. It looks like it's going to rain a little bit tonight, but now it's dry as Norwood try to push through. Good running play. Their handball's long. They try to get a clear tackling, but not a possession there. That'll have to go the way of Norwood on that half back line. Tackle at Bowman. He goes long. In looking for Miller on centre wing, grandstand side. Good knock away there was by Simpson for Norwood. They're coming through as Tyson. The red leg player's got it. I don't think he can keep it in there. It's gone out of play. Right half forward flank, 50 metres away from the goal, tucked into that Norwood grandstand, where the crowd really yells here at the parade. Throw in. Miller over the back, can't get it clear. Good tackling on Cunningham. It goes to Giorgio. Over there's Rogers also for the Eagles. Scott Davey with the long hair, the ponytail there. As the ball's given to the umpire. Bounce down. Overcast conditions. A bit of breeze favouring the northern end. That's the way the Eagles are going in this second quarter. Bounce down. Players there, as always, get around as Miller gets the thump away. Tottenham's over it, can't get it. Zilla does brilliantly. Handball away is good to Browning. Over to Wiedemann. He drives long into the half forward long. Taylor hasn't had a touch yet. He's over it, can't get it. Picked up the handball away there by McClure is brilliant. Goes to the running player there and Morford it through. That's his second goal. A great goal, and that's just what the Eagles needed early in this second quarter. They go to 3-3, Norwood 4-5.
Terrific work from half back as the Eagles attack from defence. But look at the work by Taylor. Just held Ryan back and then brings him to ground, takes him out of the contest. McClure was quick enough to get the handball into space. Morford had the option of either handballing over the top to Biglands or kicking for goal himself. He elected to kick, and that's his second.
Pretty good performance by them. It's a pretty tight game here at the Norwood Oval. Bounce down, centre of the ground. Usually getting him straight. The umpires do that skill well. Goes wide. They can't get it out. Now with the handball there. Cunningham it is. Over to Davey. They've got the runners. McIntosh picking up kicks. The skipper for the legs. Goes onto his left foot. Gets it out. Oh, Big Miller. That's just strength. Brute force. He gets it away. Davey coming past. He drives long in the forward line. Good running play there by Norwood. The mark taken by Troy Clements. He's got a short player at centre half forward. Oh, late push there by Dillon. The umpire's not going to pay that as Norwood through Toomey. Have a look at this. That was a bit late there. There's Davey goes in with the kick. See the good mark by Clements. He'll kick it short. There it is, and there's the late tackle by Dillon. Didn't look too bad there, did it? And it wasn't paid, as we'll stay with the Norwood player and Toomey. Need a good kick from here, 45 metres from goal, puts it on the way, but you can see that drifting away to the right. It's shielded by the grandstand there, but it's missed as Norwood 4-6 lead the Eagles 3-3.
Just hit the ball on the instep, on the outstep, and just bent it out to the left.
Certainly did.
Some goal kickers mean though. Spear from fullback. Neiman, the big fly over Keating, it falls to Clements. At the back door was McIntosh. On the right foot he goes wide to Tyson, just outside the line. It's out of bounds on the full, and Marty Dillon will take the resultant free kick.
He was a good pickup for the Eagles side, this Dillon. I don't know how South Adelaide let him go.
I think there was a bit of a dispute between the coach and Dillon Dillon finds a home at the Eagles. It's been a terrific player. This is Filippo banging it down to Wiedemann. Wiedemann handballs forward. Donald Dickey just over the top of the ball, claimed by Colville. Handballs forward into space. Can Morford get there? Fleming with pace was terrific. Around the corner he goes. A high ball to Cunningham, and Cunningham sits underneath it and takes the easiest of marks. Now, Bowman was an option, but Keating comes across from the midfield, presents an option. The big man just made a nuisance of himself. Davey gets through traffic, did pretty well. Feeds it off to Clements, running through from half back, upended by Zilla. No free kicks to the umpire. Dillon plays it on quickly. Pearce crashes through from the back pocket. He's done pretty well. A long handball as he's slung into the fence. Now Dillon works hard for it, pushes it across the line, and will have a throw in.
Well, I was waiting for Pearce to come back there. This is renowned here. You're very close to the brick wall here on the western side of Norwood Oval, but Pearce is back in the play. Throw in. Tottenham's the only one there that goes for the ball. Big Keating comes in late. He can't get on. Macca's in there bearing down. He can't get it clear also.
I suspect, Gary, that Gary McIntosh has gone into the centre. Tottenham seems to be picking him up, so maybe a move's on.
Well picked up, David. Yeah, I reckon you're right there.
Toomey to half forward.
Yep, you'd want to do that too. McIntosh has started this with two good goals, the highlights of that first quarter. The kick away goes into the half-forward line. The players are getting in there hard with Rogers, the centre-half back there. They can't get it clear. Miller also there getting up. Toomey, and there'll be a bounce down about 45 metres out from the Norwood goal. They're kicking to the southern end in this second quarter. Norwood leading by 9 points. Knock away. Comes to Toomey. Snaps it towards goal. Looked all right off the boot. He can't get that around enough. It's missed. It's a minor score. Norwood go along to 4-7, leading the Eagles 3-3. And we've had 7 minutes into this second quarter.
2 points to Matthew Toomey. The Eagles look for a set play from fullback. Zilla will go short. That's ignored. The long ball is the one. They're looking for Neiman from behind Keating. He's trying to thump it forward, but Fleming crashed through, did pretty well. The halfback flanker. And look at this. Miller at centre half forward, marks 35 out directly in front, and he has been a focal point for the Redlegs.
Certainly has. Here it is there, and he looks good there. He's a big man. He's certainly looked for. He's on his own there, but that's a good movement. We'll see what he's kicked like from about 35 metres out.
So he goes at it. Uncontested mark. It's looking pretty good off the boot, but it's swinging late. What's it like? He doesn't like it. And the goal umpire says bang, 1 finger. 4 goals, 8 the Redlegs. They're inaccurate kicking.
That could be costly.
Costly, yes.
Yeah, that breeze could be a bit more. That really went off to the right there, and as we're here at Norwood Oval, you can feel the change is going to come in. It's not here properly yet because there's not a lot of breeze, but what there is favouring the other end, the northern end. There's a long kick out by Spear, knocked away there as Hall tries to get it, can't do so. Norwood are in with a chance there as a long kick goes into the flyer. Reed, he couldn't mark it, he's pulled off the ball, they let it play on. This will be an open goal for Tyson. He goes straight in and he's whacked through his first goal of the game. But good attacking movement there, and that's Norwood's 5th goal. They go to 5-8, the Eagles 3-3.
And danger signs for the Eagles as Tyson gets his first, and the margin is just snuck away. And this is dangerous work. Look at Tyson. Spear was appealing for the free kick. Just play the whistle.
That went against him, that free kick. That was going to be paid as a free, but the umpire probably wisely, I don't know about to the right of the player, but he let it go to the advantage, and that was into the open goal.
5 goals, 8 plays, 3 goals, 3. The margin out to 17 points. The Eagles need a quick response. Norwood looking pretty good at this stage of the quarter as Clements thumps it towards the line. I think you'll be quite content to see it finish there too. And they'll just restructure and set it up. Some emotion out there. Donald Dickey just gives him a pat on the head. Appreciates the effort. Keating front position from behind. It was Tottenham. Goes down to Zilla. He just held the ball beautifully. What a good battle that is between Davey and Zilla too. A couple of great clashes around the oval today.
Yeah, well called, David Mackay. That was a beauty there. Zilla and Davey, that both been very high in the best players for both their sides, and good movement there, and Zilla did well by stopping that run of play. Bounce down, half forward line for the Eagles. They need a goal. Big Neiman goes in there. Comes to Wiedemann. He can be a danger player. Onto the left foot. He gives it a ride. Down to the Taylor direction. He looks out of form. Can't get it. Dantoki's got it. Handball's wide. Norwood in trouble there. That was a good tackle on Ryan, but they've cleared out of there to the half-back line. Bowman with a chance. Off hands. Tottenham did well to contest there. Good play there. McIntosh goes in always as hard, but some good contesting there to hold the ball up on the left half-forward flank for the Eagles.
Comment Gary Window as Tottenham and
McIntosh.
Love
Macca. Look at that. Give him another one, Macca, for me.
Psychological, isn't it? He just comes up with the ball.
Beautiful stuff.
He said you might think you had some of that, but it's really mine.
McIntosh, did you have a look at him there? Oh, he's a lovely footballer. Bounce down. Big Keating in there. Knocked away. Big Lamb's on the ball. That's a strange move for the Eagles. Wiedemann doesn't know what to do. Has to go back onto the right foot. Half forward it goes. Up there, Morford didn't really want that one. Kicked away by Dantoki. Dantoki is good. Davey, the handball, and the runners are there. Norwood will get out of trouble through Ryan. Long kick into the centre of the ground. Miller's got beautiful position with a big man. It comes off hands, kicked away by Pays. Eagles are in there with a chance now, some loose players. Pearce has got it. He's got a leading player straight at him and Wiedemann into the centre. Wiedemann's got it. Handball's long. He's gone back a long way. If this bounces badly, they're in trouble. It does. Norwood have got the break. Well done, Cunningham. He runs to 50. Handballs well. It's Toomey into the open goal. Great goal, his first. Good play by the Redlegs. A great movement there. As 6-8 Norwood lead the Eagles 3-3.
Well, Wiedemann's trying to set something up, but these are the things that coaches really rue. The fact that a left-hand handball falls 10 metres short of its target, and the Weed really had no option but to attack it and try and make amends, but the fleetness of foot of the Redlegs was just too good. And in the finish, Cunningham to Toomey, he's had 3 shots for goal this quarter for 1 goal too.
Good ball play there, that was Toomey. That was a good play. Looks a likely type. Norwood 6 goals 8, the Eagles 3-3. Goes wide now for Pays. He gets onto the left foot, goes wide looking for Browning. Plenty of pressure from Giorgio, but the handball's on. Fleming's playing well. I like him back there on that half-back line. Handballs are wide. Cunningham's got it, throws the ball out in front of him. The umpires have let that go. Probably fair enough in that. Oh, the crowd yelling for ball. They don't get it. And the kick comes along wide for the Eagles there, and Browning again. Handball to Totham. Totham's got it. Goes to half forward. High kick. Taylor needs to do something. Can't do it. Zilla's tackled high. An umpire will pick that. When you've got 3 of them, they don't miss them, David. He's grabbed it, and Zilla's got the free kick at the 50-metre line. 50 metres from goal. He looks pugnacious, I think you'd call this bloke. Jason Zilla. Only kicked it behind in this game so far, but oh, what a goer. Lines up, 51 metres, going close for goal. Who can touch that through? Norwood, beautiful play. Big number 8 for Norwood. Well done, Stephen Daniels. He's whacked it through. It's a minor score. And Norwood lead 6-8. The Eagles on 3 goals 4.
They're having troubles in their forward line, the Eagles. We've played just on, 13 minutes or so of the second term. They've only got 3 on the board. Biglan's hasn't fired, Filippo's hardly been sighted, and Taylor I don't think's had a possession. So they're really struggling with their big guns up forward as Bruce Witter switches them around. Great Mark Keating. I think Neiman had probably the equal of him in the first quarter. I don't think either was dominating. I suspect with Neiman going to full forward, trying to find some firepower, that maybe he'll be a factor. So too's this man already, looming as one of the best for the Redlegs. Goes long to his position, set up, but oh, Dickey high up. It would have been a ripper had he taken it. Rogers pulled off the ball by Toomey, holding the balls to the umpire. The advantage flows. Giorgio on the left goes long, and the big target up there was Eastor. He couldn't get it. Reid goes to kick it off the ground. Cunningham mops up the loose crumbs. Hall claimed holding the ball, said the crowd, but no, said the umpire, and that's a throw to the boundary line, and quite deliberate pleads Cunningham, but no free kick. This is desperate football.
Oh, it certainly was. Well called, David. It certainly was there. They got it out in the end. They were lucky to do that. As number 12, Russell, comes on, replacing Davey, who's left the ground. Small kick away. It goes there. Oh, it's called play on. Spear thought he was going to get a mark there. It's not. And the ball pushed through by the Eagles there through Sam Jones. Another minor score.
Looks like a move might be on. Obviously Miller causing problems for Simpson, and I suspect that Jones has come on and will pick him up. That's the way it looks to me. Spear out wide. Eastor. Oh, the target was Pays, but Eastor got a hand to it. Now that is a set play that the Eagles have been working on. But when you've got a fellow at 200 centimetres, I don't suppose when you kick into an orange cone at training that they have a 200 centimetre orange cone, do they?
What's this 200 centimetres? That's 6 foot something.
6 foot 8 or 9.
Yeah, I like the old stuff better, but the ball goes wide. They're over there, Tottenham. They're all trying to get it. Russell on the ground now for Norwood. The Eagles now need to do something.
Macca's kick. Macca's kick.
Oh, he puts himself in. David called Macca. Everyone knows him. He's the Norwood skipper. Goes on the left foot. It's not a good one. Dickey's got it. He sells the dummy. Goes for the handball to Cunningham. Cunningham puts it back to the 50-metre line. Heavy body work in there. The Eagles know they've got to do something at this stage. There's the kick away there by the Eagles. Goes wide. Sam Filippo. Yeah, the forwards are not firing for the Eagles. Filippo looks hopelessly out of form. Haven't seen much of him, David, but he'll have to do something, or they'll have to shift him out of that centre-half forward position.
Yes, they've tried him in the pocket. They've tried him at centre-half forward. It's really a problem for him at the moment. Neiman's gone to full forward. Taylor's come out to have a run across the half-forward line. They're trying to run him into the game, so they really are trying to get their forwards into the match. Loose ball goes to ground. Now, there's not much of a contest there. That's rare in this match. And Clemens comes up with the ball, and Danny Cowell will bounce. 15
minutes into this second quarter. The Eagles need goals now. They're going with a slight breeze to the northern end. In a bit of trouble with Norwood leading 6-9, the Eagles 3-4. Comes to Taylor. That would be only his second kick, I believe, as he goes high. It's a shocker. Gives the Flyers a chance down the forward pocket. They can't do it. Filippo with a chance. He lumbers after it. Can't get it. They all jump in there. Good defensive play by the Norwood defenders, there'll be a bounce down.
One of the things about Filippo, Gary, since he's come back from Footscray, doesn't seem to have the confidence that he had before he went away.
Yeah, I think you're right, David. And it's a pity because he was a good player.
Oh, he'll be a good player again.
He'll be a good player again, but he's just striving for that form at the moment. Big Keating thumps the ball away for Norwood. Like the look of him, Giorgio turns the back on the ball, nearly still got it. Oh, they go in hard there. But that's what you expect from footballers. It was Wiedemann. He's a nasty-looking customer. Have a look at him there. How'd you like to stand him? Another bounce down, 45 metres from goal, over by the scoreboard at the Norwood Oval. Wonderful ground to play footy on. It's only when you win, I suppose. Keating's got it. He's tackled. He just dropped that ball. The umpire's right there. He's grabbed it, and there'll be a free kick to the Eagles. Can they score from this promising movement? They see a lead there coming from Taylor. He runs in hard. Oh, big Keating. Well done, big fella. Drops back in defence. Good grab, and you'll see this. That's good ruck play. When you jump back, he was up the play minutes ago, then goes back to defend.
This is Russell, claimed by Pearce. McClure it was who got him. Now Clements strides away from half-back, delivers it up towards centre-half forward. Underneath that one, this is Pearce. Pretty good little back pocket player, this fellow. Stamped a name for himself at the club already. Out it goes to McClure. Having a run on the ball, I suspect, and don't they need some bite? They haven't had the drive. Zilla's been pretty good. Wiedemann's been okay, but gee, they've not seen much of Pays. They need him to lift. Rogers needs to fire up too. They need him to start shooting them forward. Pays hurries one into space. This is Morfitt. Chips it around. It was nice football, but gee, I'm not sure that there was anyone there. Dickey handballs it away. Taylor got him. Cunningham upended by Wiedemann. Wiedemann, really, I'd love to see him playing on McIntosh. Now Kim Russell, a hurried kick. Oh, juggled Rogers. He is a special player. Short into the midfield. Biglands. Now let's see. He needs to boom one long. Where's the lead? Now Taylor's just jogging back. So there's nothing forward for the Eagles. Tottenham goes wide. They're kicking to their little men, by the way. The big men are being ignored. And Neiman just thumps it out. Now, Gary, tell me, am I wrong? The Eagles just didn't present a target.
Exactly. They've put Neiman down there. They have to do that. You've got to get big, strong players here. The little ones will get the crumbs, no worries. But yes, the Eagles are in trouble. They've put Neiman to full forward. They have to do that because someone's got to show some strength up forward. Over to Pays. He has a shot at goal. That looks a ripper. That's close as it knocked away. Well done by the Norwood defender there. Number 33, Kieran Ryan. That's well done, lad. He whacked the goalpost, but he's put it through, and it's only a minor score to the Eagles. Norwood 6-9, lead the Eagles 3-5 at 20 minutes into this second quarter.
Ryan, who hasn't played since the middle of '94, doing a terrific job today on Taylor, a left footer. That one wasn't much of a kick. It was a real scrubber. Dantoki, it was touched off the boot, called to play on. Cunningham hurries one forward into space. Dylan there, Tyson thumps it forward towards the line. It heads just inside the line. Ugrinik tries to gather it in, but he can't. And gee, hasn't he got some pace?
Oh, I thought he was going to go through the boundary up by then. He should have. I love doing things like that. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Knock him over and make him feel in there.
McGarry medalist. You can't talk about hitting umpires. Comments Gary Window, 65 McGarry medalist.
Cunningham gets it. Good game of footy here, but the Eagles are in trouble. They've got to do something now. As Giorgio grabs it on centre wing, gets it away to Toomey. He kicks long to half forward. That's a free kick. The player Reid there was infringed. It's not paid. Allowed to go on. Wiedemann over to Zilla. They're in trouble here. They're playing around too much. Oh, Tottenham's good. Had good vision there, gets it away to the running player there in Browning. He goes to half forward. Here's a chance as Morfitt. He can do some magic down there, can he? Kicks it off the ground. No, he can't. It's in there, through for the point. The point's all they're going to get out of that when they need goals. 20 minutes into this second quarter, Norwood lead. They're playing pretty well, Norwood. 6-9, the Eagles 3-6.
The Redlegs had a terrifically hard game last week against Port Adelaide. Kicked 7-9 to half-time and only kicked 1 goal, 3 for the second half, and you can just see that it's toughened them up for this contest. As Dantokia goes to the outer side, Eastor juggles it, couldn't bring it to ground. Finally over the top of it, Growden caught, and the umpire said it was held to him. Well, it'll be a bounce. No question about that. We're not disputing that one, Gary. 19 minutes gone, second term. We're almost into half-time. The Eagles need a couple of quick goals to get back in contention in this one. Eastor thumps it down. Growden, 1-2. Inside to Fleming. Good work. Hurried kick. A high ball. Who wants it? Well, Dylan sat back on it and it bounced at his feet, by the way. So I don't know what he was thinking. Giorgio, cleverly done. Gets it off now to the runner in Toomey. He goes forward. Reid. That was Ashley Reid. Missed it. Spear over the top. Cunningham got through traffic and escaped with the ball. Beautifully done, son. Around the corner to the point of the square, but look who's dropping back onto it and gathering it in. This is Stephen Hall.
good movement as he goes wide. He's got Pearce out there. Pearce, the road from North Brisbane, playing defence here, gets it wide. Can't do so. Over there it's Pays. He can't do it, but it's Norwood taking plenty of time. Players backing off nowadays to have a kick. They all do it since the Dockers do it in the AFL. Handball away from Tyson. It's not successful. They've got him there. Zilla's there. And the umpire's paid a free kick to the man on the bottom of the pack. And that'll go the way of Rogers.
Well, Gary, bad news. This is such heart-stomping action. There's a man down in the grandstand. They're giving him a heart massage, so let's hope for his sake he's all right.
I get like that at every game.
No, for real,
is
yeah,
it?
just down in front of us, so bad news for one fan.
Well, it's an exciting game. Let's hope he's all right.
Yeah, let's hope he's all right, but paramedics here, and this is a heart-stopping game.
It's interesting, though, because the Eagles, footy's really good in the SANFL, and it's really a socks-down effort here today, and led by people like McIntosh, and you've got Wiedemann on the opposition for the Eagles. It's certainly got a lot of excitement to it. We're at Norwood Oval, and it's on the outer side of the ground, centre wing, with Norwood 6-9 leading the Eagles 3-6.
21 minutes in, and tough action out on the field, that's for sure, as the umpire set it in motion yet again. Danny Cowell puts the ball to ground. From the right, Biglands comes at him. Eastor from the left. Biglands wins it down to Pays. Around the corner he goes. Phillippo, did he grab Bowman? No, said the umpire. Bowman goes off the ground. Well done. Cunningham proving one of their better players too, picking up plenty of the ball. Drives it forward. Miller creating a nuisance at centre half forward. Nobody wants to play near him. Jones now gathers it in. Biglands evades the tackle, claimed by Cunningham. He's thrown straight into Jones, and he's holding the ball.
Good tackle.
Well, David and Goliath, that one. Littlest man gathers, I think, one of the biggest. The Cunningham kick on the outer wing towards half forward. Miller jostles for position. Wiedemann was holding him. Play on, said the umpire. Getting through Dan Tokia. Gives it away. The Redlegs go forward. I think it might have been Toomey into space. Well, Groudon it was. And Trevor Groudon gets a point for the effort.
Oh, wonderful effort that was. Norwood 6-10, the Eagles 3-6. Great kick by Groudon there. As I say, not much wind here. It's really dropped. The windsock out there is really limp as the kick in goes from Spear wide, taken there by Hall. He gets the kick on the way. Allowed Dillon now from the half-back line. Hasn't anyone to give. They're looking for something to give when it's not there, as Dillon then just drives it along. That's a shocker. Saw your leg off. That was very bad play by the Eagles. Looking for something's not there, then driving out on the full on the outer side of the ground.
That breeze has dropped, Gary.
Certainly has, as the kick goes in where Pearce up high, number 13 for the Eagles. Being a valuable little try out there, but yeah, they've got no setup, David, not at all. See, there's no one leading, no one big to kick to, so they've got to look for the short option, and then Norwood are just chopping it out like that. Groudon's done well. He goes onto the left foot, drives long. I like to see that into the half forward line, but a good grab. Number 30 there for the Eagles is Stephen Hall, the North Brisbane recruit. He's got it in the back lines. Gets it away to Spear. Long kick to the outer. Looking for there. Morford, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but that was where Morford was going, but it's out of play. Throw on the outer side of the ground as Norwood lead. 6-10, the Eagles 3-6.
22 points the margin. The Eagles need a couple of quick ones before half-time. Neiman from behind. Daniels high over the top, thumps it down. Pays gathers in Groudon. Or is it Groudon?
Groudon sounds better.
Thanks for that.
Sounds Australian.
Yep. The former Whyalla League champ has had a late start to the season, a shoulder operation a few weeks ago, and he spent the last couple of weeks in the reserves. Eastor high over the top, gave away a free kick against himself. Neiman picks it up. Now do we now look at the movement. Now Taylor finally streams forward. That's the first real full-blooded lead that he's given, and he finds him now. Great effort.
Oh, that was good. Well called, David. He had to do that, and he came out with a bit of guts into his action. That was a terrific movement. Have a look at that, and he really wanted it. Chest mark up high, but he grabbed it. Forwards have to do that.
So Taylor, the 30-year-old, an important kick as he just leans back on it. It won't quite make the distance off hands and rush through for one behind.
It's certainly a good movement, though. They'll need the big full forward down there to do it, as Norwood 6-10 lead the Eagles on 3 goals, 7. Kick in, Dan Tokia. What a good player he's been for Norwood over many years. 135 games. That's a wonderful effort from that player. Goes out there wide. Dickey up in front. He's grabbed it at half back. He's got a lot of talent, this kid. He goes wide. Norwood's there. Redlegs, millions of them. He's found one. It's Giorgio. onto the right foot around centre wing, looking for Big Miller with strength. He goes in there, but that's more importantly, it's off hands. Away they go. It's Tyson. He runs in. He closes in. On your way. Thank you, Mum. It's another goal. His second. Great play by Norwood up against the breeze as the rain starts to fall at the Norwood Oval. Norwood 7 goals 10. The Eagles 3-7.
And the rain will make it more difficult for the Eagles to get back into this game. What an important piece of work this is by Miller. Look at the bullocking work he did against Sam Jones. Forces the loose ball, and the runners were there. There were 2 or 3 of them. Cunningham was there, Tyson was there, and Fleming was there. But in the finish, Tyson had time and luxury to bounce and just chipped it through for his second. Great work.
2 goals, James Tyson. Norwood, they lead in the second quarter. 7 goals 10 to the Eagles 3-7. Bounce down. Eastor in there, knocks it away. Norwood really looking good now. They've got their jacker up now. Georgia goes onto the left foot into the full forward region. Knocked away. Reed with a chance. Jones knocks it away, but it's all the Eagles there. Good play. Comes over the back and he drives towards goal. I think he's blocked another one. Well done, Gary McIntosh. His 3rd goal. Absolutely sensational play by Norwood in this second quarter. Norwood, good play.
I don't think there's any stopping the Redlegs with this sort of play. Just look at the commitment factor here. 2 or 3 people crashing through, and Miller was amongst it again. Robertson onto the field, gives it off to Macca, and Macca gets his 3rd.
He's been sensational, McIntosh, and there are 3 brilliant goals there. And 3 goals, no behinds. It's the way he's played. Norwood 8 goals 10, leading the Eagles 3-7 in the second quarter from the Norwood Oval. Out of that centre position, they battle hard for it. Norwood are really going in hard there. Handball away is good. Eastor's got it. He's got Groudon on his own at half forward. Makes that 10 metres. Bangs along towards goal. No one there. Oh, Spears made a real blue there. Dropped it. Puts it over to Jones. He's in the back pocket. Long handball to Rogers, who didn't want that. Oh, Macca's bearing down on him. Play allowed to go on. Jones has got it now as the rain comes down at Norwood Oval. Jones clears to the outer side of the ground.
The siren sounds. It's half-time here at the parade. Norwood 8 goals 10-58. Lead the Eagles 3 goals 7-25. Top action on ABC Sport. Sorry about that, but the old boy has gone. Very sorry.
So it's 3, Tyson 2, 1 to Toomey, Giorgio and Reed, yes. Oh, no, I think you're right, so that's all right. Morfitt 2, 1, yep, that's no worries. Oh, that's terrible, isn't it?
Terrible.
Who was it? Because I know some of the blokes down there.
Old boy.
Oh, there's my mate. He's up there. Well, blow me down.
Fragile life.
About 3 minutes.
Do I need any papers or anything, or are we just going to talk?
We're just going to talk, mate.
Alan full.
Thanks. We've got about 3 minutes to talk about the game. Over a set of highlights. Thanks, Mark.
3 minutes, guys.
Do we need any powdering down? Mark, he's shining on the nose, Gary.
Yeah, I'll get some powder.
And you were watching when that bloke there was...
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. You never think, do you?
No, you see, it's so fragile. You bloody
Well, we never see death in our culture anymore,
No,
do we?
no.
That's the thing. You know, it's all hidden from us. Yeah, you just put you to line just so you can see yourselves. We're not on there.
Bloody air looks awful. Oh, God. Oh, no, please.
You can use that one if you want. That's good.
Dates in your diary. May 24th, weeknight, Redlegs night, always a very, very popular venue. And Friday, May 31st, $30 per head. Guest speaker this month is the conservation of John Wallace, and very interesting. May have to attend that book.
Yep.
Yep, no worries.
Friday, May 31st, 12:30.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, God. I can't. This TV, man.
19 Redbone Road, Bridgewater.
Okay. Now, come to us. We talk about the game. We don't mention that spectator.
No, I don't think so.
Nope. No, we don't mention heart-stopping action.
Just on the top. I don't know if
Yes.
I can hide. And my pen, I won't
Yes.
use it, but I'm...
1 minute, guys, 2 titles.
Will that show there? That'll be right there?
That's fine.
Pardon? Okay. Righto.
Titles away.
Now we do come to us. We talk about the game, how important it was for the Redlegs to get to win. We do the scoreboard, and I'll intro the highlights. We talk through the highlights, and then I'll go back to Kelly. Remember, Kelly's a Norwood supporter.
10 seconds.
Kelly who?
Kelly first. Kelly
Sloan.
Item 2 now.
Coming to us now, mate. They're going pretty well, Kelly. They're doing a pretty good job, and it's not so sunny down here, by the way. We've just had a slight bit of rain starting to fall, but you'd be pleased to know that your Redlegs are doing pretty well. With me today in the commentary box, Gary Window, a special guest commentator, Gary, with, of course, Alan Stewart away on state duties and Stephen Trigg having a slight break today. You've joined us.
Oh, it's great fun too, and it's great to be at Norwood. It's a top game of footy, and Norwood certainly put it in, and with that rain coming now, it's going to make it hard for the Eagles in the second quarter.
Pretty important for the Redlegs today to win. They've lost, what, three games on end
Yeah, no, they looked ordinary. They looked ordinary, didn't they? Port Adelaide last week absolutely thrashed them, but they've come out with a lot better today.
They led by 14 points at quarter time. They led by 33 points at half time. Gary McIntosh has been terrific, kicking 3 goals, 2 goals to James Tyson, and for the Eagles, Morfitt has kicked 2 goals and Wiedemann has 1 goal. So there's a bit of action on the ground, but none more so, I think, than the Redlegs little men who have been doing all the damage.
They certainly have. Miller, there's one of them too, and Giorgio. That's a great snap from there, and he's a likely type. He's whacked that through, and that's good play by them. Miller again in the highlights.
Tell us about Miller, Gary.
He's an absolute strength of that man. He's really doing the job at centre-half forward. You need a strong centre-half forward. There's another good bit of running play. Reed ended up on the end of that one, but top play by the Norwood team players. Wiedemann's done pretty well, a lot of strength there. Neiman, this handball, I don't know if it was meant there, got it away to Morfitt, but he whacked that through after making a bad blue with his previous one, but a good goal to Morfitt.
Ryan from full-back kicking out there has played his first senior game for 18 months or so, but look at Wiedemann crash through. Now he's been pretty solid today as a ruck rover.
Yeah, you think he's got a show with the Crows, don't you? He's got strength, he whacked it through, that's his second, but they certainly need more of that, the Eagles. Keating's done also well there in the ruck. Have a look at this though from McIntosh.
1 of 3.
He really stirs you up, and he does it to me every time I see him play. Great goal. Out on the outer side again. Davey's been one of the better players for Norwood. That's very casual play, but he does it so well. Real talent there, whacks it in. Good mark taken in defence there by Hall.
Yes, Hall's had his hands full as well back there. In fact, I think really it's been a battle of defences, but the Redlegs have had the better forward line and the better probable midfield. Zilla's been good. A battle with Davey as a rover has been good. We've already mentioned Wiedemann. He's been very tough today. McIntosh started the game as a ruck rover and went to the middle on Totham. And I think that's when he really created havoc. I think Totham just let him get away a few times. McClure cleverly over to Morfitt, who missed a sitter in the first quarter. It really would have put the Eagles just ahead. And I think running pretty well. Keating's been good in ruck. Neiman's been forced to go to full forward. We've got to mention that the Eagle forward zone is just not functioning. Taylor has been hardly sighted, so too Filippo. They've really been not amongst it.
Yeah, dead right there. They need to get that forward set up right. There's Wiedemann again. He's been in the play a lot, and those highlights show that. He gets away to Rogers. Bad handball. There it goes away.
So McIntosh at half-time has 3. Tyson 2, Toomey, Giorgio and Reed, and as we've mentioned, Morfitt has 2 for the Eagles and Wiedemann 1 also for them. So at half-time, the Eagles have got their work cut out for them, and it looks like it's going to be a difficult encounter with the Rangers falling here at Norwood Oval for them to get back into it. I just wonder around the country, Gary, how things are going in the other matches at perhaps Port and Sturt. Kelly Sloan might be able to pick that up and take it for us.
0561. 0561. Holder of those numbers would like to come forward for the information. Round. Ticket number 1311 and ticket number 0561 and collection prize.
Yeah. Killing it, girl. Crikey, work that out.
Can't believe it.
We're going to the Ken Sheldon affair now.
Oh, right.
Do you want to follow your run around?
No, he's got mine. We'll just use the one. Now what we're doing, they're here on highlights.
Oh, right.
Come to us. Kelly will talk about Ken Sheldon's career.
Oh, right.
9, 13, 11,
Yep.
11, 1 and 4. They'll then run, Kelly will comment on that. She'll run the Ken Sheldon interview, and then they'll come to us to talk back and forward between the boxes, right, with the other guys. So we'll be talking, I'll throw to you, you talk to Mark Naley.
Ah, right.
All right?
Yep.
So we're going to go back and forth between the two of us. All right?
Just your boxes coming out there, Gary.
Just there.
Just a reminder that the player coach interviews in the ballroom at 6:15 tonight. Gives you a chance to report to your best player, get the goal, shot, match day mark. Report your best player, pick your best player for the day, and enter the lottery and the goal, shot, match day mark.
God, what's this?
All right, coming to us. We're 2 minutes from us, sorry.
20. I'm 20 now.
Lack of.
Maybe lack of.
2 minutes from us.
A bit more, right? Yeah,
23 we're on, the interview with Ken Sheldon. Coming back to Mr. Kelly and then to us to talk with Obi-Wan.
They're coming to us after this.
Well, just lengthen the lead on this.
Thank you.
It's coming to you next, David, out of this.
Ask him if he wants me to introduce the Gary Window interview.
Ready to introduce the Gary Window interview? Kelly does that. Kelly does that. Here we go. Sorry, false alarm, 1 minute to go. So yeah, Kelly's going to do that.
Proceeding the results of the $200 cash lottery. That's been picked up. Yes, ticket number 1311. Ticket number 1311 is $200. If you come to the information centre.
Let's get onward.
Prophetic words from Ken Sheldon just earlier in the week, and they really lit a bomb underneath him, Gary, didn't they, the South Adelaide Football Club?
They certainly did, David, because they did it last November, you know. He was sacked in November, and that's where committees give me the willies.
Don't you give too much away. We've got an interview with you coming up in a few minutes. We might actually go down to Richmond Oval, catch up with Mark Naylor, who's right in the thick of things. Mark, you're the man on the moment. What is going on down at Pantherland? Well, let me ask you, should they have sacked him? Should they indeed have sacked him? For those people, Mark, who aren't familiar with it, back in November there was discussion about letting him go, wasn't there? I've never seen a coach sacked mid-season and a club rallies and fronts with it, but I caught up with Gary Window earlier in the week, and this is his comment on the sacking of Ken Sheldon.
Comes well, that is.
2 minutes. These fellas, you can go to position now.
Oh, good.
Thanks, Kelly. Your team, the Redlegs, are in total command. They're 33 points clear at half-time and rain falling at the parade. So it's going to make it more difficult for the Eagles to get back in this match. It's been hard fought in the first half. Giorgio goes forward with the short kick. Taken away by Zilla to Rogers, playing at half-back. Now coming onto the oval, Jason King. So the Eagles have obviously made some moves, Gary. If you could try and pick them up for us, we might cover them in a moment. And Dan Tokia, deep in the back pocket, takes a good mark.
They had to do it, David, didn't they? Jason King on the ground. You see another small player, but I really think they need some big man strength up forward.
This is Daniels playing today at full-back. Lumbers one towards the outer wing. Neiman front position, back in the ruck. He spent some time in the second quarter at full forward. Totten playing out of the middle, beaten by McIntosh late in the second quarter. Wiedemann goes to ground over the top of the ball. That's holding it, no worries. Couldn't get it out. Macca claims the free. And the Weeds not too pleased about that at all.
Good decision, though. He jumped over the ball, fell over with it, and McIntosh knew exactly what he'd do. Tackled correctly, holding the ball. McIntosh drives along. He's played a wonderful game today. Drives around a big Miller at centre-half forward. He's been terrific there with his strength. Dickey's got it. Gets a handball to Davey, one of the better players for Norwood. Under pressure, Over to McIntosh. Scrubby kick goes to half forward. Taken by Neiman. The Eagles a chance. Eagles into the centre half forward position. Comes down to Morford. Onto his right foot. Bangs the ball high. Looking for no one in particular. Bounces awkwardly there for all players. Coming through though hard. The Eagles have got a chance there through McClure. Comes back to Pays. Pays to Taylor. He's got no one to kick to. Then sees someone lurking in there. That's the new player on. Jason King. And he's grabbed it 35 metres out directly in front of goal.
Jason King playing his first game for the year after some good performances in the reserves, and with the rain falling, I think Bruce Winter figures that a few small men on the oval might be just the thing.
25 games. Their lad needs a goal. Number 40 in your screen. You're on ABC. He kicks, it's badly. It's off the side. Well, he's pulled it more than that. It's gone through for the minor score. 3-8 the Eagles, trailing Norwood 8-10.
The margin was 14 points at quarter time. If you've just joined us, it blew out to 33 points. Gary McIntosh has kicked 3 goals in the first half. And James Tyson has 2 for the Redlegs, while Scott Morford has a couple, and Wayne Wiedemann, the only other goal scorer for the Eagles, as their forward line struggles for any form of potency. Morford from behind thumps it down. Todd Davey, a former Eagle, drives it around the corner. Taylor, who's had a miserable day at full forward, coming out to a half forward flank now, gives it off. That was Wiedemann to King. King picking up his second possession in a matter of 30 seconds or so. Beautifully delivered to Morford. He couldn't gather in the mark. It's taken away by Daniels, the fullback. Wider still to Dan Tokia, a best and fairest winner out here at the parade. Drives it long to the outer side, and Miller, who's been so wonderful at centre half forward and so strong, takes the mark.
Over to McIntosh. The captain goes long for the Redlegs. He didn't have anyone to kick to. They run there. Pearce has tried well for the Eagles. He taps it back with that inboard. That can be bad play. Dickey's thumped away, but he wasn't tackled. Silly play. Dickey goes into the open goal. It's his first. That's a ripper of a goal. The Norwood go on their merry way. Good play, Redlegs. 9 goals, 10 they are to the Eagles, 3-8.
Donald Dickey playing on Adam Ugrinnick on the outer wing, and that's been a battle of the speedsters. Recruited this year to the club from Ware Riverton in the Barossa Valley, and he's shown enormous composure. Copped a heavy one and still had the presence of mind to ride it and just keep going. But look at the work by Reid. Good big man strength.
Totham, bad play.
Yep, fair enough. You called it, Gary Window, and we're back at the bounce.
Bounce down. Norwood lead. 9 goals, 10 to the Eagles, 3-8. Bounce down's good. Taken by Wiedemann. He's tried hard. The kick away goes out to that new player on. Jason King getting touches early. Bounces awkwardly for players. Fleming does well. Handball into Dickey. He goes with a long screwy. It goes up the side of the boot down there. Eastor's up there. Kicked off the ground by Reid. Goes into the back pocket where Rogers will just try to run it out of play. He did that pretty well. The Norwood players scream, give it to us, Ump. He was deliberate. But every defender worth his salt does that.
Oh, he did pretty well too. Wet ball, difficult to grab. Made it look like it wasn't deliberate. I think nobody questioned what the reality was. Miller fights hard for it. Wiedemann got it from Rogers with the handball. On the ground, Ben Higgins, another small man, feeds it out to Pays. The Eagles need a lift from Pays and their key forwards, that's for sure. Morford's come out to a half forward. Neiman's there as well. McIntosh tries to crash through. They've got him, and it's holding the ball.
I hate that rule, but it was there. He tried to take him on. Oh, have a look at that replay. Well done by the ABC cameraman. Have a look at Macca. He tries to take the ball on. It's down, but he's been pinged for holding the ball. We're with the play now. Number 10, Stuart Totham's played pretty well today. He's got a short player there. Goes that way, but they can't generate any run. Handball back to Totham. Running through there from Higgins, another young player on. Totham's on the end, drives up there, pushing, shoving. Taylor's held, goes over the back, and that's where he does his best work, Morford. That's his 3rd goal. The Eagles definitely needed that. Into the open goal was Morford. His 3rd, good stuff as Norwood. 9-10 are leading Eagles 4-8.
Look at McIntosh, forces Totham wide. It was good work. Taylor, there might be a little push in the back here, just watch for it. Against Ryan, the umpire said no, play on, and Morford picked up the loose crumb and into the open goal. The only potent forward for the Eagles is Scotty Morford. He's kicked 3.
Norwood, 9 goals, 10, leading Eagles 4-8, and we're 5 minutes into the 3rd quarter on ABC Sport. There's the bounce there. Big Keating's got it. Thumps it towards McIntosh. He goes over at number 14, the skipper. Dickey's on the end of that. Fleming now for Norwood. The Redlegs charge to the northern end of the 3rd quarter. Slippery conditions. We've had rain that started late in the 2nd quarter. The ball's out of play. Right half forward flank for Norwood. You're at Norwood Oval. with Norwood leading 9-10, the Eagles 4-8.
Miller will do the ruck work on the forward lines. Keating sits back in the midfield. Neiman picks him up, so the big fellows go at it. Stanton Jones from behind tries to thump it down. Wiedemann bustled off the ball. Todd Davey claimed by Zilla. Miller now a hurried kick back around the corner. It goes. Tyson did very well. The umpire said he pushed though, and it's a free kick to the Eagles, to be taken by Adam Pearce.
Well, the Norwood crowd yelled. They reckon he needs
Marty
glasses.
Dillon. Yeah, Marty Dillon took it. Now Pearce. He's been terrific today. The handball wide. This is an opportunity for Stephen Hall. Slips, gets it back to Pearce. Now look at the pressure by the Eagles, by the Norwood forwards. Bowman thumps it down. Tottenham on the half volley. Claimed beautifully by Ryan. Keating got through traffic. Tottenham gathers the loose crumb. Back to Neiman. Back to Tottenham. Back to Neiman. Pressure. Rogers. Neiman. Now they need a long kick in their forward line, but there's no one to kick it to. So he goes for the space and dropping back. Dan Tokia claims the mark.
Oh, well done by Dan Tokia. That was a great mark. He read that better than anyone. He's been a terrific defender for the Redlegs. He runs across the centre-half back position, goes short, and Dickey, getting into the game in the third quarter, has got it. He's got good skills, goes wide, knocked away by Rogers. That's good by the Eagles captain. Goes near the outer side wing where it's kicked off the ground.
Other games, West ahead by 54 points against Glenelg. What a ball over that is. And Port Adelaide by 3 points against the Double Blues. Well, wouldn't that be an upset if the Double Blues could get up over the Magpies?
You wouldn't believe it. We're just doing well with 2 wins.
What are the odds on that? Giorgio around the corner. A high ball. Look at Miller. Has controlled that centre-half forward position. He's made it his own today and played mainly in previous years as a centre-half back with the Redlegs, but today dominating centre-half forward.
You're right on there, David. He's played very well. You need those big players up forward. He takes the rucks, as you see there now, over the top. He'll get a free kick. He parked himself in front, and the player in Jones for the Eagles coming over the back has given away the free kick.
He's had 2 opponents. Hamish Simpson, the first one. Jones now.
Jason Miller, long kick, northern end of Norwood Oval, knocked away by Hall, the Eagles defender. It goes out in front of the goals there. Tyson can't get it. They jump in over it, knocked away towards Jones. He handballs to Dillon. Dillon tries to clear there, goes wide to Wiedemann. They can't handle the slippery conditions, but the Norwood players putting pressure on. It's out of play on the right half forward flank.
Wiedemann, ferocious sight. The Redlegs have doubled the Eagles' score, 64 plays 32. The Eagles need a couple of quick ones to even have any sniff of this. Donald Dickey finding plenty of the ball in this third term. High around the corner he goes, but it's out of bounds on the full. And it's an Eagle free kick deep in the back pocket.
Probably could have done better with that, but he was tucked into there, and you just try to drag it around. And slippery conditions now, the players wouldn't be used to that. It's been pretty dry in Adelaide. And with this bit of a drizzle there now, I think it's held off a bit, but it is a bit damp underfoot.
Well, the Eagles have won 2 of their last 3. The Redlegs have lost their last 3.
Norwood sit in 6th position, the Eagles 4th, so the Norwood really need this.
Long kick to the outer side. Underneath it, Miller, 2 hands to that ball. Giorgio tried to crash through. Zilla gathers it in. Handball's wide. Now King. This is an opportunity for Browning. Well, they just can't find the clear possession forward. Rogers to Neiman is good work, but who's coming out? Biglands handballs it off to Morfitt. Behind the back, needs support from McClure. Thumps it forward into the running player, Benny Higgins. He couldn't pick it up, now gathers it in. Claimed by Dan Tokia. Over the top now, McClure handballs back. Browning shoots for goal, it's coming back. Not far enough, it's a point. The Eagles 4-9, the Redlegs 9-10 on the ABC scoreboard.
David, a lot of the teams, though, do that. They have good play up around the centre where there's a bit of space there, but as you aptly call, when they get up forward, there's no one to kick to. So they have plenty of possession centre field, but then can't get it to a key forward, as Dan Tokia will bring the ball back into play from the parade end for Norwood. Good kick. Keating's done pretty well, this big bloke. Number 18 for Norwood. He's a good pickup. Aaron Keating from South Adelaide. Back to Dan Tokia. He goes wide, and there's all Norwood players out there. Kick goes long to centre wing, looking for Big Miller again. He can't take it. Dillon's in the front there, but it's knocked away. Strength there, just barging through, but the ball's out of play. That won't hurt Norwood. On the outer side of the ground, cold, slippery conditions at Norwood Oval, but Norwood leading easily. 9-10 to the Eagles 4-9.
Keating in ruck. Well, uncontested. Neiman didn't get there for the contest at all. Now Neiman has to fight hard for it. Toomey gives a bit of pressure to him. Browning tries to kick it through, so too Giorgio. Keating works hard, comes up with the ball, shovels it out to Toomey. Now Giorgio, slick work in the wet. Donald Dickey, a long raking kick deep into the forward line. From behind, punched down by Spear. Jones goes off the ground, but McIntosh fights hard for the ball, scares a few blokes in his way. Miller, well done to Tyson. This is Toomey, inside 30, he straightens up and he's kicked it. Toomey's banged it right through the middle, gets his second. And the Redlegs step further away.
Oh, that was good play by Norwood. They're really looking the goods today. They're not the same side I've saw in the last couple of weeks, but this is really good play. There's a loose ball going there. Miller's been in a lot of those forward thrusts. Tyson, you saw. Toomey, and he's a lovely kick, this lad. He bangs it on his way, and that's his second. He kicked one in the second, now one in the third. But he's a likely mover, and I like the cool way he goes about his work. Norwood lead this game in the third quarter. Norwood 10 goals 10, the Eagles 4-9.
And at the bounce, Keating opposed to Neiman. They need a lift from Big Neiman in ruck. They need some firepower in the middle. And their midfielders, Pays has been, well, he's picked up a few possessions, Gary, but he hasn't been the dominant player he has been in recent weeks.
No, he certainly hasn't, David, and they need him because he's got to be penetrating. They need to barge through this half-forward line. They're not doing that at the moment. Either go over it or they've got to set someone up going through there.
Neiman again from behind. Keating wins the tap. It falls to King. Over the top of the ball, Todd Davey tries to shovel it forward, but McClure claimed him, and the ball just ricochets in off Tottenham's boot. Let's not forget, all of these videos of the football are available at the ABC shop, and any game that the ABC covers is available for anyone who wants to purchase them. This is Davey. Taylor got him. That's holding the ball, no doubt about that. Had the time, but Taylor blindsided him. And
he certainly did. Have a look at this. He didn't know he was there. Just seen him too late. Taylor thought, it's beauty, I can grab you. A little bloke especially. And he buried him, and he's got the free kick. Taylor goes long in the forward line. There's no one there. It's all Norwood. And Dickey, he's done well in this third quarter. Got back in defence from his centre wing. Handball's away now, but Dantoshi's got the experience. He'll get out of there easily. Does so. Kicks into the centre of the ground. It's Clements there for Norwood. They've got plenty of loose players, and it's kicked away there by King as it goes into the half-forward line. Knocked away by Giorgio. He's got it now. Over it. Handballs to Keating. Keating's got players loose everywhere. Toomey it is. He'll wander around looking for that right foot kick. He's pretty accurate, and he finds the captain, McIntosh. Oh, plays on, sells the dummy. He's got a player in loose into the centre half forward, about 40 metres from goal. Good play, and that's Troy Clements who's grabbed the ball. Very good.
Look at the work by Keating at the midfield, but Toomey had the presence of mind. Look, he just held the ball. Everyone ran past him. McIntosh was wide. Now, obviously, Adam Pearce has the job of tailing McIntosh and wasn't close on that occasion. And Clements, the former Eagle player, marks 30 metres out.
He'll go for goal. Kicks long, kicks strong. The umpire makes a yard, but I don't think there's any worries. That's through for another great goal for Norwood. Good play by the Redlegs. They're really putting their mark on this game. 14 minutes in. Norwood 11 goals, 10 are leading the Eagles. 4-9 on ABC Sport.
Troy Clements, Gary, is a goal kicker in 19 games last year. He kicked 6. Played mainly as a halfback flank, but he loves running down, creating that space as he did on that occasion. And they look pretty good when they go into the forward line. The Redlegs, they've got options. The Eagles sadly have none.
Toomey did well then. That's beautiful stuff. He popped that over to McIntosh. Have a look. Sells the dummy. Made out to go one way. The good little kick in there. Clements in the right place. Back in the centre. Norwood 11 goals 10, leading the Eagles 4 goals 9.
Through half forward it goes. Sam Jones caught on the half volley. Couldn't gather in, but Macca, best on ground for the Redlegs, feeds it off to Giorgio. Put this one down as a miss.
He should have kicked that though, shouldn't he?
Yes, player with his experience, former St Kilda player, and one of the youngest ever players at 16 to play league football in Victoria, and sadly discarded by St Kilda at the start of this year, but happily for the Redlegs, he's been playing terrific footy.
Stephen, well, that's not 10 yards. Oh, the umpire right on. They haven't done a bad job, I don't think, the umpires. As it kicks it out to Dickey, he doesn't take that mark. It goes wide. Miller in there. He's under a lot of pressure. Tackled well by Brandon. That's an intelligent kick off the ground by Neiman. Over to Taylor. Got the runner in Pearce for the Eagles. He's onto the right leg. Drives it wide to the half forwards. Who's there? Morfitt's got a chance. Oh, good defensive play. Knocked away by Dale Fleming. The Fitzroy recruit. I think he came from there originally. The ball's out of play. Right half forward flank for the Eagles. They need a forward. I don't know when they're going to get one, David. I see Wiedemann dropping down into the forward area as Neiman over the back. Big Keating in there. They try to get it clear. Knocked away towards Tottenham. He's under a lot of pressure. The tackling by Norwood, good. Cunningham's tackle when not in possession. Doesn't get a free kick. Pack of players there. They barge through trying to get it out. The umpire there, right on the spot, says it's out of play. Throw in centre wing, grandstand side. Norwood leading 11 goals 11. The Eagles 4-9. Have a look at the bench there. You can always see all the different views there as all the trainers on the sidelines.
Keating thumbs it down. Dan Tonkia pulled off the ball. Now reclaims it, but there'll be another bounce. Now, I'm just looking down. Wiedemann is in the forward line, and I suspect that bout of gastroenteritis that he had midweek might have something to do with the fact that he started off like a Bondi tram. And it's just faded a little bit in the last 20 minutes or so of this match. Keating again wins the tap. And I see also, Gary, that Sam Filippo sitting on the bench. I just wonder whether he's okay.
Yes, that's interesting. He had a pretty dirty first half, and the lad, look, he's too good for that, but he's going to have to get some form back, and certainly a worry for the Eagles side because he's a wonderful player.
Well, he copped a knock on the leg in the early part. That's out of bounds. He copped a knock, didn't he, in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game, and I just wonder whether that hasn't affected his mobility, and they're resting him with injury in the second half.
Could have done so because he's going to be a good player. They need a centre-half forward. I'd like to see him out there if he's fit. He's got to do something out there. As Neiman with Keating comes over towards Pays. He couldn't get it up. Good play by Norwood as they clear with the left foot down to the half-back line. Taken there by Hall. He goes on the right foot for the Eagles. Put it there. The big flyers are all there. Pays can't do it. Tottenham's there. He'll get one for in the back. And it certainly was there. And certainly like the way a lot of youngsters umpiring in the SANFL, but pretty good, well done.
West by 42 points over Glenelg. They seem to have that game in hand with the rain falling. And in the other match, Sturt by 3 points over Port Adelaide. What about an upset? What would the odds be on the Double Blues defeating last year's Premier? What do you think, Gary?
A long time to go. Yeah, you're nice getting into that early. Go on, Sturt and Bomber. Well, I won't get into them, but they've got to do a lot to beat Port from now here on.
Well, we're 20 minutes into the third quarter. Sturt lead by 3 points.
Did you got money on them? Did you go down and put some on them?
No, I didn't, but emotion's a funny thing, isn't it? Now,
Norwood Oval, you're dead right there. Pays is over the ball now. He can't get it clear. They need a goal, the Eagles. They're battling hard in the crunches, but they can't get it forward. As Wiedemann puts the high kick in there. Who can grab it? It's off hands. Goes down. Good handball away. That's over to Taylor. That might be the one they need. Good play by the Eagles. McClure it was that got the handball away. Brilliant goal. They definitely needed that up to the parade end. Norwood 11-11, the Eagles 5-9, and that was a great movement. They battled, but they got it through.
Browning smothered the kick and Pays thumped it out. Tottenham was pretty good. But look at the work here by Wiedemann. Just hurried it onto the boot. The big fly came from Biglands. He couldn't complete the mark, and McClure over the top. Ryan's had the better of Taylor in this match, no doubt about that, but Taylor gets his first.
Roger James back on the ground as Norwood 11 goals 11, leading the Eagles 5-9, 20 minutes into the third quarter. Gets away to Wiedemann. He's got a lot of touches today, playing very well, battling it out. It goes wide. Taylor running for the ball out there. Also with him is Kieran Ryan, out of play.
And Gary, you've got to admire Wayne Wiedemann. We mentioned that gastro, and it must be troubling him, but he's just driving on and pushing on.
Oh, I wouldn't like to play with gastro, I'll tell you. There's the throw in over the back. Bounces away, the ball to the Eagles. He gets it into the centre of the ground. They all run hard at the ball, trying to get it clear as Giorgio couldn't get it. Tyson's in there also. Handball away to Big Eastor. He's tackled. Had a long while to get rid of it. Here's a chance for the Eagles as Pays has got it. Goes to Morfitt. What can they do? 50-metre line. Morfitt's onto the right foot. He pops the little kick in there to the big fellas in there. They can't get it clear. Norwood in there with a chance. Good play by Fleming. He threw it away. The umpires let that go. It looked like a throw, but no one else has seen it but the umpire. And now it's in a big pack of players about 25 metres out from the Eagles' goal.
It was a basketball throw.
Yeah, it looked pretty fair income, didn't it? But the umpire was right there.
Yep,
Should have seen it.
Well, and we hope you're enjoying this live coverage of the match between the Eagles and the Redlegs, live throughout South Australia and the Northern Territory, as Fleming throws another one forward. Well, he's getting used to that. They'll be playing tunnel ball next.
Oh, you're picking on him.
No, I'm not.
Don't you like him?
No, I love him. Actually, let me say to you, Fleming is one player that I think Port Adelaide might have a look at as they go in the AFL. He's an uncompromising, pacey defender, and there's a lot worse players than him playing in the AFL, that's for sure.
Keating coming off and being replaced by Scott Robertson.
Wiedemann, there he is, the man with gastro, number 11. Rain falling. Todd Davey prepares to come back on, number 7. And Keating, the ruckman, with the headgear, goes for a well-earned rest. He's rucked pretty well today. Dead heat, Neiman and Eastdoor. Ben Higgins sees the ball across the line. So the pace just slowly ebbing out of this match. It started at a horrific pace.
It certainly did. Norwood just been too good, but it's the since the rain's come at half-time, it's very cold now coming. The change really hitting Adelaide as the Eagles, through Taylor, try to bang it over the back. Picked up, that was a good little movement by Jason King onto the left foot. Can he snap that? I think he's got it close. Oh, coming back. Well done by the big fella back there in Stephen Daniels. The Norwood defender just got his fingertips to it. It's through for the minor score. Norwood 11-11, leading the Eagles 5-10 on ABC Sport.
Jerry Dantokia, favoured son at the parade. Twilight of his career at 29, but who knows, he could play for another 3, 4 or 5. This is Giorgio. A long ball on left for Taylor, dropped back on it, missed it, could have taken it. Miller comes through, collects him. Marty Dillon thumps it into space. Cunningham on the left boot, just pushes it forward to Tyson. Sliding into it, Dillon did pretty well in the finish, and Dillon and Tyson dead heat for that one.
Oh, did they? What? A good attack on the ball. You can see them sliding in the slippery conditions at Norwood Oval. They'll have to do that. The Eagles know it's getting desperate now, as we've had that 22 minutes into this third quarter. Miller's done very well. Oh, what a tap that was. Down to Tyson. He goes for the leading player and Reid. He couldn't mark it. Taken by Spear. He gets the handball away to Pearce. He's got Dillon at half back for the Eagles. Onto the right foot. He drives it long, looking for Taylor. He's in front, can't get it. Comes down to Higgins. He's tackled and pulled off the ball. A lot of heavy tackling in there. Zilla's in there also. Jones. But good movements by all players there as the bodies hit in hard. Zilla gets up for the ground there gingerly, but some good play. Groudon in there also. He started very well. Fallen out of it a bit, but he had a very good start in the first half.
Well, perhaps that was to be expected. He's only had a couple of games in the reserves after recovering from a shoulder reconstruction. Jones thumps it forward. He's trying to tidy down Miller. Marty Dillon goes to the back door. Pearce in trouble. This way, that way. Elects to kick it to the outer side. Browning underneath it. Marks and plays on quickly. They need to push forward, not short like that. King one-handed attempt. Well, the kick wasn't great, but did well to get it out to Pays. Running on the outer side. They need a lift from Pays. He's trying to do everything. He's covering plenty of ground. Just really is not as penetrating and damaging as he's been. And Biglands, who debuted last week, the big fellow, and kicked 5 goals, 2 against South, has had a pretty tough day with 1 point against his name this afternoon.
Yeah, he's tried hard, but he's been out of it up there. But see, that normally Pays would hit someone on the chest with that pass. It didn't come off. The skill's down a bit in there. There's good play by Wiedemann. He barged through there, tried to get it clear. Now he's got it too long. Oh, you can bet on it. Then he tried to go that one more. Caught holding the ball. But Norwood really tackled well here today, and Dan Tokia, one of the best defenders in the league.
One of the best tacklers in the league.
Yeah, he's really tops. He'll clear from that last line of defence for the Norwood side. Long drop punt. High. The big flies there. Dickey flying high from behind. Probably should have stayed down, but they're wanting to get on with the game. Comes to the front of the pack. Morford in there. Gets a handball away. It's all the Eagles in centre half forward position where Taylor's got it. He tackles hard from behind. They can't get it clear. Over to Russell. Now the big long kick from Norwood to centre half forward. Miller up high. Couldn't get it. Pearce from behind the pack. Gets it away for Rogers, the Eagles captain. He goes long. He's got a player running wide. He's well picked out there. Beautiful over there to King. He goes short, but nothing going right in there. Morford with a chance, but the ball's defensively knocked towards the line. The Norwood grandstand erupts because good defensive play from their defenders. It's out of play. Norwood 11 goals 11, leading the Eagles 5-10.
What a battle that's been between Fleming and Morford. Morford has 3, but Fleming has been a terrific defender today. Neiman thumps it to ground. There's Fleming again off the ground. Taylor goes forward into space. Biglands can't get to the fall of the ball. Dickey does. He's been terrific since Ugrinnick's gone off him. Ugrinnick is the other player. I think Gary that's sitting on the bench, he was prominent in the first half, but we haven't seen him. He hasn't been on the oval in this third term. Browning taken to ground by Miller. Holding the man, said the umpire, and Browning will take the free. But the Norwood fans don't like it at all.
Oh, I don't blame them. I was just looking down there, but they could hear them yelling, and they really didn't like. Miller's been very aggressive today as it comes down to McIntosh. Oh, lovely handball. He's always been known for that. Groudon puts the ball well out in front there, and the diving Robinson couldn't take it. Handballs back to Tyson. He can't get it clear. Jones for the Eagles. Over to Rogers, and the Eagles lucky to get out of there as Hall now wide. Over to Spear. Oh, he tries that little kick. They're going to get away with it. It's wide out there. The Eagles with a chance. It's Pearce. Pearce to clear from the half-back line for the Eagles. Drizzly rain at the Norwood Oval. We're on ABC Sport as the big knock away from Dickey from behind. Pretty good that was. It's gone back. Oh, Pearce comes through like a tank. Here's a little tank. He goes onto the right foot, drives at the half forward. A lot of pulling and holding there.
Taylor was held.
And the free kick will be paid in the centre half-back position.
No, the umpire indicated the other way initially. Dantokia takes the free. Tough, uncompromising defender. 29-year-old, former best and fairest winner. Out to Clements, a former Eagle. One of two, Davey, the other one, playing in this match against their old side. Daniels cleaned up by Pays. Pays did pretty well. Bigland's well down from full forward. Now I wonder where he's playing now. Has he just run down? I think he has. He's chased Daniels, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, he's a bit of a goer like that, but his skills fell down a bit then. That's where the Eagles have got in trouble, David. Their skills, especially in these conditions now, are falling away. They're not hitting the body with hand or foot. Throw in grandstand side of the Norwood Oval. The Eagles need a lift. I don't know where they're going to get it from. They can't get it down that forward line. Knocked on further there. Cleared by the defenders for Norwood. Comes back in the centre. That's a good mark by Wiedemann. Up high from behind. The main one. Have a look at him. He's looking for someone. 64 games with the Eagles. Goes on the left foot. He can woof a ball. It goes deep. Pushing and shoving. Oh, back has done it. He's pushed everyone out of the way. Got away with it. He'll go to the left foot and get him out of trouble to the outer side. Good play by the captain. And away they go again through Dickey. He's got a loose player out there, and Toomey goes that way. Half back line. Norwood are running. They've done it all day. They've looked very good as Russell, with a little scrubby kick, goes inboard to Dickey. He's got McIntosh now running into that preferred centre position. Oh, he's got Grouden loose at half forward. Grouden doesn't know where to go now. Pops, stops, goes back, kicks it in the full forward area. It's off hands. Reed's got a chance, under pressure, back to Miller, holds it back, goes one way, there's the siren. It's gone to him the third quarter. The umpire lets it go on, and they've said that's out of play. It's out of play. Norwood 11-11 leading the Eagles 5-10.
So the margin at three-quarter time, 37 points in favour of the Redlegs, and Gary, the Redlegs just seem to be doing it well on every line.
They certainly do, and you saw that by that last passage of play. The man on your screen just coming off there, Big Miller, has hurled way at centre half forward. He's been brilliant. Reed's been held at full back, hasn't done much there and only kicked the one goal, but it's the running players, the McIntosh. Cunningham fell out of it a bit again. Giorgio, Russell you just saw then. Davies been on and off the ground but played very well in the first half, but they're running players and their desire today.
Donald Dickey won.
Dickey played a very good third quarter, David, didn't he? But the Eagles need something up forward, and they've been just disjointed.
So at three-quarter time, the Redlegs, 11 goals, 11, 77, lead the Eagles 5 goals, 10, 40. The action coming to you from Norwood Oval. You just have those ready. Yeah. Pull the others off, put them on. Three to Morford.
Yeah,
One to Wiedemann, one to Taylor. Yeah, please. Down that side. Hang on, no, that comes that way.
About 4 minutes, I reckon, to us.
Reminder also that Vice President professional TV matches and past players and officials of both Norwood and Eagles are entitled to meet the past players bar. Situated under the Western Green stand and more than welcome thereafter.
Where's 10?
What's a Glenelg doing? Well, Gaz, we'll talk about the Redlegs. I think we'll talk about they've beaten Central.
Yep.
The only side to beat.
The only one. Yep. That's right. Yep.
We'll talk about that. The only side to beat Central. Where are we? Hang on. Commentators slow in third quarter. Blah, blah, blah. We're here. Scoreboard. Right.
1939 in London.
Right. Just be prepared for what they tell us. Weird discussion. 3-4 minutes. Round 16 last year. Where did she get that from? She'd have to be a Norwood supporter to pull that one out, wouldn't she?
She's a ripper. Yeah, I had written down round 16 in 1995, 158-point victory to Redlegs.
Oh, Kelsey, shocking, Gary. But well, I don't think a Drubbing's on the score card here this afternoon, but really the Redlegs are in pretty much total control, aren't they?
They certainly are. They've got better, bigger players. They seem to have got their set-up right today, David, with that forward set-up, the running players. But I've been disappointed with the Eagles. They've really got to do something there. I thought they were a better side than that. They've looked ordinary. I know we're at Norwood Oval, but it was very ordinary.
Yeah, it was 33 points at half-time. That's blown out to 37 points at three-quarter time. The Eagles really just haven't had a focal point up forward. Biglands, who kicked 5 for them last week, hasn't been amongst the goals today. And they just haven't had anything. Morford's kicked 3, but really they've been opportunist goals, Gary, haven't they?
Oh, they certainly have. Maccas, they were brilliant. A couple of those in the first quarter, started on the way. Tyson 2, Toomey a couple. I like Toomey, he's a good player and kicks very well for goal. Dickey's 1 and Giorgio also 1. And for the Eagles, Morford, and they'll need him down there. They've got to leave him across that half-forward line. He's kicked 3, Taylor 1 and Wiedemann also 1. Wiedemann's tried very hard and it really deserves credit for out there putting on like he is.
So we're ready for the final quarter here at the parade. And don't forget, after this final quarter, the West Adelaide Glenelg game from Richmond Oval. And we'll give you all the final term there. As the Eagles trail by 37 points, you've got to ask yourself the question. Their form's been pretty good, the Eagles, in recent weeks. They defeated South. They had a terrific third quarter last week, but the week before against North, they were shattered, and they got up against Glenelg, who we thought Glenelg were a pretty good side, but this Redleg outfit, the only side to defeat Central District, and they did that in the opening round by 9 points.
How'd they do that?
Well, I saw that game and they were terrific. Their tackling was fantastic. Their vigour was good. Giorgio, Cunningham, Harvey, who's not in this match, were all fantastic runners. And I think there's been a bit of injury for the Redlegs in the last 3 or 4 weeks. And when you see them play like this today, you can see that they could be a top side.
Oh, they certainly can. As Cunningham drives long for Norwood, they're going up to parade in this last goal. Oh, down to Miller. Deserves a goal. He's played well at centre half forward. It bounces awkwardly in there. It won't score a goal. It's through for the minor score as Norwood go along their merry way. 11 goals, 12 they are. The Eagles 5-10. Good attacking movement. Miller, that centre half forward's been vital for them, Dave. With the runners that David has mentioned to you, they've done very well.
Well, he's only kicked 2 points, Miller, but he set the pattern for them in the first quarter, and I think that's where the game's won and lost, isn't it? He really crashed through, hurt a few people, and they were a bit frightened, a bit timid to come near him after that.
Hey, the big blokes win footy, David. They certainly do. The little ones can feed off, but you need the big ones to win games. There's the ball in the centre of the ground. Tyson in there with a chance. Miller, there's that strength. Runs through a player. Very hard, big, strong. Gets the handball away. Clements has got it. Over to Eastor. He gets a little kick onto the left foot. Goes into the centre half forward position. Jumping over the ball is Zilla. He played very well early, but he's gone out of the game as a lot of Eagles players have. Bounce down, centre half forward for the Redlegs, kicking to the parade end in this final quarter.
The Redlegs take on West Adelaide, who are ahead of Glenelg at three-quarter time. The Eagles take on a resurgent Sturt, who line ball with Port Adelaide at three-quarter time at Albertson. This is Taylor at centre half forward. Now remember, he's been injured. He's out the last couple of weeks with a back injury, and touch takes a little while to return, but they haven't had much in their forward line. Russell handballs it off to Dantokia. The Dantokia kick is wide. Tyson was the target, but Marty Dillon leads him in a chase for the ball. Quite content to thump it across the line. And Tyson today, Gary's kicked a couple, but I think maybe you've got to say that that battle's been a dead heat.
Yeah, he's kicked a couple of goals. I suppose they're vital in these conditions, but yeah, it's been Dillon's been a pretty good trier for the Eagles side. As the ball goes into a pack of players, they can't get it clear. Eastor, the senior screen, will come in to do the ruck work for the Norwood side. He's a Richmond recruit. A lot of them around in SANFL footy nowadays, but they can be valuable contributors. Norwood seem to be getting their act together. They've got a good setup as Dickey gets a handball wide. Over there's Giorgio. He picks it up, goes onto the right foot, had no one to kick it to. That's badly done in the end as Wiedemann gets another kick, drives the screw punt into the forward lines. Every player read that terribly as it bounces awkwardly down into the goal square. Running over the ball there, it's taken away by Norwood's Ryan. He goes to the outer side of the ground. Who'll win the race to this ball? Out under the scoreboard, Morford knocks it back, but he didn't knock it to a teammate. This will allow Norwood to get clear. Away they go. Growden's been a good player. He kicks long to Miller, knocked away by that big player from behind. Good play, Norwood. Out of play, centre wing, with Norwood leading 11-12 to the Eagles 5-10.
Actually, this time, Gary, I'll get you to think about your best players. I might get you to go through those in just a moment. Miller certainly is going to be high amongst them. Bigland's having a run in ruck. They're just trying to give him a bit of versatility, the big man. Zilla around the corner. Over the top of it, Fleming upended. Troy Clements gets a hurried kick away, and it's out of bounds on the full. So it'll be an Eagle free kick to be taken out there by Adam Pearce. The former Queenslander came down from Kedron Grange with Hamish Simpson and Stephen Hall. The three Queensland recruits have been fair acquisitions for the club this year. Taylor from behind brings it to ground. Wiedemann tries to crash through. Dickey gathers in the ball. Wiedemann claims him, just chewed him up. Biglands hurries it forward, but Dantokia snips it, kicks it high right into the midfield where Miller used his body well to hold the ball and attempt the mark, but it's been held in and the umpire said there'll be a bounce.
He's having a few words to say there, but that was good body work. Didn't mark at the end, but a big body over the ball. That's been vital in the context of this game at Norwood today. Norwood by 38 points, and we're in the 5-minute mark of this final quarter. Bounce down, centre of the ground. Cold and drizzly at Norwood Oval as the ball comes to Dickey. He goes onto the left foot for the Redlegs. Out wide, the runners are there. Bounces awkwardly for Tyson. Big Miller barges through, can't get it. Over the ball now is Jones for the Eagles. He'll clear to the outer side of the ground. They've gone too short all day, the Eagles. They've done on this occasion has come off, but it doesn't win too many footy games. Pays now, onto the right foot, drives long to the centre of the ground. Big lands up high. Nearly could have been paid that. He looked to pull it nearly all the way down. The umpire says no, they'll be bounced down right in the centre of the Norwood Oval, with Norwood leading 11 goals, 12 to the Eagles 5-10.
Rick Biglands is telling the umpire that he thought he marked it as well. Only an 18-year-old in his second game. Has an average coming into this game of 5 goals. He kicked 5-2 on debut last week. No free kick on Taylor. Play on, said the umpire. Morford and Fleming, what a battle that's been today. It's been an absorbing one if you've been watching it as the game's unfolded. Zilla backdoors to Taylor, who has come into this game. He really does show some character, this bloke. Started off horribly, and there's a great mark taken deep in the forward line by Benny Higgins. Chips it in, targets King, and King, who came on the start of the third quarter and kicked a couple of points in the third term, gets an opportunity now for a goal.
Have a look at this replay. That's a good grab there. That the youngster goes up high from behind. Well done, and he's got that beautifully. Good for a young kid. That gives him confidence. He goes short across there and finds another young player in King.
So Jason King in his first game this year goes towards goals. Too little too late. We suspect the Eagles get one. King gets his first, but I don't think there's too many Eagle fans left here at the parade.
Well, they'll need to get a wriggle on if they're going to get anything again. Norwood 11 goals, 12, leading the Eagles 6-10. But that was good play. There's where it started from. Morford then over the ball, gets it away. The handball comes wide. It's Taylor. That's a high. That's a hard kick to mark. It goes into the forward pocket with their eyes on the ball. That's beautiful stuff from behind. Well done by the young player in Higgins. And then he sees another new player in Jason King over there, right across there. Beautiful stuff. And you see the end result there. Great goal to the Eagles.
The Eagles trail 6-10. The Redlegs 11-12. The margin 32 points. As Esau thumps it down. Wiedemann missed it. McClure picks it up. Around the corner he goes. A short one to Pays. He hasn't stopped working today. Growden sets out after him. The long kick deep in the forward line. Neiman tried for the chest mark. Couldn't gather it in. Still pursues it. Thumps it out to King. King's claim by Dantokia. What a tackle that was. It was an absolute ripper. Giorgio thrown off the ball. Totham upended. McClure claimed by Dickey. Loose ball falls. This is Clements. To half forward, Miller with strength. Jones and Miller body it out. It falls to the back where Rogers mops up nicely. Solid game for him deep in defence. He hasn't been the Eagles' worst, that's for sure. Neither does this bloke, Pearce, but he missed that one. Russell gets through. Claimed we're not in possession to the umpire. Gets the free kick, looks to play on. Has McIntosh in the midfield, but no. Goes long towards Ashley Reid. Over his head, Miller missed it also. And at the back, Robertson has given away a free kick for a push in the back. Carlton defeated Fitzroy by 63 points. That was to be expected in Melbourne today. Sydney defeated Melbourne by 44 points, and I think given Melbourne's form, you'd perhaps anticipate that as well.
Growden's got the ball at Norwood Oval. He goes with a long left foot kick into attack, knocked away by Spear. That is good defensive play. It's out of play, left forward pocket for the Redlegs at that parade end of the ground. Raining still coming down here. The hills are getting blocked out up there, so the change is really in, and we're expecting rain over the next few days. Norwood Oval and the big game, the Eagles versus Norwood. Comes into Norwood, over the ball again, can't get it clear. Was Davey, knocked further afield. Looks like Growden again. He's played a wonderful game today. Goes onto the right foot into towards the goals, but it's well offline. In fact, it's just scraped through for the minor score. Another point to Norwood. They go to 11 goals at 13. Pretty ordinary kicking, I suppose. Eagles 6-10.
Almost 9 minutes played, final term. Growden, who seems to have fully recovered from that shoulder operation and a couple of games in the reserves. Looks pretty good today. Jones misjudged that one completely. McIntosh at the back also had the ball run away from him. And Russell, at this stage... Really, they've been opportunist goals, Gary, haven't they?
Oh, they certainly have. Maccas, they were brilliant. A couple of those in the first quarter, started on the way. Tyson two, Toomey a couple. I like Toomey, he's a good player and kicks very well for goal. Dickie's one and Giorgio also one. And for the Eagles, Morfitt, and they'll need him down there. They've got to leave him across that half-forward line. He's kicked 3, Taylor 1, and Wiedemann also 1. Wiedemann's tried very hard, and it really deserves credit for out there putting on like he is.
So we're ready for the final quarter here at the parade. And don't forget, after this final quarter, the West Adelaide Glenelg game from Richmond Oval. And we'll give you all the final term there. As the Eagles trail by 37 points, you've got to ask yourself the question. Their form's been pretty good, the Eagles, in recent weeks. They defeated South. They had a terrific third quarter last week, but the week before against North, they were shattered, and they got up against Glenelg, who we thought Glenelg were a pretty good side, but this Redleg outfit, the only side to defeat Central District, and they did that in the opening round by 9 points.
How'd they do that?
Well, I saw that game, and they were terrific. Their tackling was fantastic. Their vigour was good. Giorgio, Cunningham, Harvey, who's not in this match, were all fantastic runners. And I think there's been a bit of injury for the Redlegs in the last 3 or 4 weeks. And when you see them play like this today, you can see that they could be a top side.
Oh, they certainly can. As Cunningham drives long for Norwood, they're going up to parade in those last goal. Oh, down to Miller. Deserves a goal. He's played well at centre half forward. It bounces awkwardly in there. Won't score a goal. It's through for the minor score as Norwood go along their merry way. 11 goals, 12 they are. The Eagles 5-10. Good attacking movement. Miller, that centre half forward's been vital for them, Dave. With the runners that David has mentioned to you, they've done very well.
Well, he's only kicked 2 points, Miller, but he set the pattern for them in the first quarter, and I think that's where the game's won and lost, isn't it? He really crashed through, hurt a few people, and they were a bit frightened, a bit timid to come near him after that.
Hey, the big blokes win footy, David. They certainly do. The little ones can feed off, but you need the big ones to win games. There's the ball in the centre of the ground. Tyson in there with a chance. Miller, there's that strength. Runs through a player. Very hard, big, strong. Gets the handball away. Clements has got it. Over to Eastor. He gets a little kick onto the left foot. Goes into the centre half forward position. Jumping over the ball is Zilla. He played very well early, but he's gone out of the game, as a lot of Eagles players have. Bounce down, centre half forward for the Redlegs, kicking to the parade end in this final quarter.
The Redlegs take on West Adelaide, who are ahead of Glenelg at three-quarter time. The Eagles take on a resurgent Sturt, who line ball with Port Adelaide at three-quarter time at Albertson. This is Taylor at centre half forward. Now remember, he's been injured. He's out the last couple of weeks with a back injury, and touch takes a little while to return, but they haven't had much in their forward line. Russell handballs it off to Dantokia. The Dantokia kick is wide. Tyson was the target, but Marty Dillon leads him in a chase for the ball. Quite content to thump it across the line. And Tyson today, Gary's kicked a couple, but I think maybe you've got to say that that battle's been a dead heat.
Yeah, he's kicked a couple of goals. I suppose they're vital in these conditions, but yeah, it's been Dylan's been a pretty good trier for the Eagles side. As the ball goes into a pack of players, they can't get it clear. Eastor, the senior screen, will come in to do the ruck work for the Norwood side. He's a Richmond recruit. A lot of them around in SANFL footy nowadays, but they can be valuable contributors. Norwood seem to be getting their act together. They've got a good setup as Dickey gets a handball wide. Over there's Giorgio. He picks it up, goes onto the right foot, had no one to kick it to. That's badly done in the end, as Wiedemann gets another kick, drives the screw punt into the forward lines. Every player read that terribly as it bounces awkwardly down into the goal square, running over the ball there. It's taken away by Norwood's Ryan. He goes to the outer side of the ground. Who'll win the race to this ball? Out under the scoreboard. Morford knocks it back, but he didn't knock it to a teammate. This will allow Norwood to get clear. Away they go. Growden's been a good player. He kicks long to Miller, knocked away by that big player from behind. Good play, Norwood. Out of play, centre wing, with Norwood leading 11-12 to the Eagles 5-10.
Actually, this time, Gary, I'll get you to think about your best players. I might get you to go through those in just a moment. Miller certainly is going to be high amongst them. Bigland's having a run in ruck. They're just trying to give him a bit of versatility, the big man. Zilla around the corner. Over the top of it, Fleming upended. Troy Clements gets a hurried kick away, and it's out of bounds on the full. So it'll be an Eagle free kick to be taken out there by Adam Pearce. The former Queenslander came down from Kedron Grange with Hamish Simpson and Stephen Hall. The three Queensland recruits have been fair acquisitions for the club this year. Taylor from behind brings it to ground. Wiedemann tries to crash through. Dickey gathers in the ball. Wiedemann claims him, just chewed him up. Biglands hurries it forward, but Dantokia snips it, kicks it high right into the midfield, where Miller used his body well to hold the ball and attempt the mark, but it's been held in, and the umpire said there'll be a bounce.
He's having a few words to say there, but that was good body work. Didn't mark at the end, but a big body over the ball. That's been vital in the context of this game at Norwood today. Norwood by 38 points, and we're in the 5-minute mark of this final quarter. Bounce down, centre of the ground, cold and drizzly at Norwood Oval as the ball comes to Dickey. He goes onto the left foot for the Redlegs. Out wide, the runners are there. Bounces awkwardly for Tyson. Big Miller barges through, can't get it. Over the ball now is Jones for the Eagles. He'll clear to the outer side of the ground. They've gone too short all day, the Eagles. They've done on this occasion has come off, but it doesn't win too many footy games. Pays now, onto the right foot, drives long to the centre of the ground. Big lands up high. Nearly could have been paid that. He looked to pull it nearly all the way down. The umpire says no, and they'll be bounced down right in the centre of the Norwood Oval, with Norwood leading 11 goals, 12 to the Eagles 5-10.
Rick Biglands is telling the umpire that he thought he marked it as well. Only an 18-year-old in his second game. Has an average coming into this game of 5 goals. He kicked 5-2 on debut last week. No free kick on Taylor. Play on, said the umpire. Morford and Fleming, what a battle that's been today. It's been an absorbing one if you've been watching it as the game's unfolded. Zilla back doors to Taylor, who has come into this game. He really does show some character, this bloke. Started off horribly, and that's a great mark taken deep in the forward line by Benny Higgins. Chips it in, targets King, and King, who came on the start of the third quarter and kicked a couple of points in the third term, gets an opportunity now for a goal.
Have a look at this replay. That's a good grab there. That the youngster goes up high from behind. Well done, and he's got that beautifully. Good for a young kid. That gives him confidence. He goes short across there and finds another young player in King.
So Jason King in his first game this year goes towards goals. Too little too late. We suspect the Eagles get one. King gets his first, but I don't think there's too many Eagle fans left here at the parade.
Well, they'll need to get a wriggle on if they're going to get anything again. Norwood 11 goals, 12, leading the Eagles 6-10. But that was good play. There's where it started from. Morford then over the ball, gets it away. The handball comes wide. It's Taylor. That's a high. That's a hard kick to mark. Goes into the forward pocket. That eyes on the ball. That's beautiful stuff from behind. Well done by the young player in Higgins. And then he sees another new player in Jason King over there, right across there. Beautiful stuff. And you see the end result there. Great goal to the Eagles.
The Eagles trail 6-10. The Redlegs 11-12. The margin 32 points. As Esau thumps it down. Wiedemann missed it. McClure picks it up. Around the corner he goes. A short one to Pays. He hasn't stopped working today. Growden sets out after him. The long kick deep in the forward line. Neiman tried for the chest mark. Couldn't gather it in. Still pursues it. Thumps it out to King. King's claimed by Dantokia. What a tackle that was. It was an absolute ripper. Giorgio thrown off the ball. Totham upended. McClure claimed by Dickey. Loose ball falls. This is Clements. To half forward, Miller with strength. Jones and Miller body it out. It falls to the back where Rogers mops up nicely. Solid game for him deep in defence. He hasn't been the Eagles' worst, that's for sure. Neither does this bloke, Pearce, but he missed that one. Russell gets through, claimed we're not in possession to the umpire. Gets the free kick, looks to play on. Has McIntosh in the midfield, but no. Goes long towards Ashley Reid. Over his head, Miller missed it also. And at the back, Robertson has given away a free kick for a push in the back. Carlton defeated Fitzroy by 63 points. That was to be expected in Melbourne today. Sydney defeated Melbourne by 44 points, and I think given Melbourne's form, you'd perhaps anticipate that as well.
Growden's got the ball at Norwood Oval. He goes with a long left foot kick into attack, knocked away by Spear. That is good defensive play. It's out of play, left forward pocket for the Redlegs at that parade end of the ground. Raining, still coming down here. The hills are getting blocked out up there, so the change is really in, and we're expecting rain over the next few days. Norwood Oval and the big game, the Eagles versus Norwood. Comes into Norwood, over the ball again, can't get it clear. Was Davey, knocked further afield. Looks like Growden again. He's played a wonderful game today. Goes on the right foot into towards the goals, but it's well offline. In fact, it's just scraped through for the minor score. Another point to Norwood. They go to 11 goals at 13. Pretty ordinary kicking, I suppose. Eagles 6-10.
Almost 9 minutes played, final term. Growden, who seems to have fully recovered from that shoulder operation and a couple of games in the reserves. Looks pretty good today. Jones misjudged that one completely. McIntosh at the back also had the ball run away from him. And Russell, at this stage of the game, quite content to thump it across the line. But look at Macca. Hasn't he been an inspiration? That second quarter, Gary, in particular, where he kicked a couple of, in the first quarter rather, where he kicked a couple of those brilliant goals.
Yes, he's certainly been brilliant today, Macca. And he's been back to his best under all the packs and really captaining his side with courage, as he always does. As Dylan, another player with courage, gets the ball for the Eagles. Scrubby kick goes down the half forward line. All Redlegs there. Dickey's over it now. Can he get it up? Silla meets him heavily. Coming through is Dan Tocky. He's played a ripper of the game. He only knows one way. Because he's over the ball, he takes the bangs and the whacks. He got one high, and the back pocket player takes it. Free kick on half back line. Umpire knocked over there, but the kick from Dan Tocky at a centre wing. Miller up high. Very heavy and hard conditions now. Slippery conditions. The ball out of play. Centre wing, grandstand side. Best players in this game will be very hard to pick today. They've been in and out of the game. But
give us some thought, Gary. I'll get you in a couple of moments. Love your thoughts on that, because there's been an even mixture of Norwood players, that's for sure. Not too many for the Eagles. Clements over the top of the ball, pushes it forward. McIntosh barged through, forced the error. That Giorgio couldn't get it. Dylan, a hurried kick away under pressure. There's still enormous pressure in this match, and we're late in the game. And Russell again towards the boundary line now. Kimmy Russell back for a run in the seniors, a couple of games in the reserves. And we'll have a throw in. Half forward flank for the Redlegs. Good crowd here actually enjoying this match, as the weather started beautifully but became overcast by half time. Wiedemann, a hurried right footer, pays front position with strength on Groden. Been a good battle. Bigland's overran the ball. Now Cunningham out to, well, it was a throw, said the umpire. Well, he got it out to Toomey, but the umpire adjudicated that a throw. What do you reckon? You be the judge.
Well, I'll tell you, he was trying to get rid of it, that one. The throw, good. He was a man over the ball. Give him a chance to play on.
Perhaps it just evens up for a couple of others earlier.
Ball's played on. It kicked wide for the Eagles and picked up by King. He comes wide now, looking for a leading play. He's got Totten there. He's met heavy and high, but he marked the ball also. Centre wing, grandstand side. Drizzly condition. Have a look at this one. How'd you like to be over that? And that was high. Would have got the free kick anyway.
Former teammates too.
Yeah, I reckon he had a go there. It's Totten now centres the ball. There's no one in there but Norwood players. It's knocked away. Comes out to where Wiedemann has a chance. Davies tried hard. He can't get it. Kicked off the ground by Clements. It's good play. Cunningham's got it in the centre of the ground. He'll go long now. Oh, well blocked off the boot by Rogers. Down to Wiedemann. Goes back to Rogers. He couldn't take it the first attempt. Goes back after it, and that's good. That allows Browning to come through from the half-back line. Goes to centre wing. Oh, he's met very heavily there. Kicked off the ground by Dickey is good play for Norwood. It goes out to the outer side of the ground, running near the line. Growden with a chance. He's done very well. Gets over that ball beautifully, and they'll get out of trouble there through Fleming into the centre of the ground. They can't mark it, but Rogers can. I didn't think he could get it. He grabbed that on the second attempt. Good play by the captain.
Looming high amongst the Eagles' better players. Wiedemann's picked up plenty of the ball. Playing today with gastroenteritis. If you've just joined us, we did mention that during the third quarter. King used his body beautifully. Morford couldn't get through. Good pressure from Russell. Just scooped it out to Dickey. Dickey goes after it. Shepard's for Giorgio. And the umpire says there's a free kick. Dickey was held and the umpire's bringing it back.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. Probably could have let the play go, but the umpires do that. The free kick was there, so he paid that rather than let the play go to advantage. Dickey's a very interesting player. He's got plenty of talent, and I think you'll hear a bit of him. He's only played the 3 games, but Donald Dickey, a player of the future. There's a kick, goes up to Miller. He's under that one. Oh, Tyson read that the best. He's got it. Away he goes, looking for the leading players. Terrific, well placed. That was good play there. It puts it down to the full forward in Ashley Reid. He's only got 1 today, the big full forward. Probably just on his distance. He'll kick for goal. How many has he kicked before today? Is 15. Lining up now, 1 today so far. That's a wonderful kick. Oh, he's driven it a mile. Talk about him, that's what you do. Well done to Ashley Reid. That's a full forwards goal. He's whacked that through for his 2nd goal, and Norwood go along to 12 goals 13 to Eagles 6-10.
That gives him his 17th goal for the year. And we look at his stats from last year. In 10 games, he kicked 34 goals, average just on 3.5. Not a bad effort for a guy who had Peary in prime, closing for the full forward spot. The other thing we should mention too, we think that Andrew Pascoe will believe that Andrew Pascoe has kicked 12 goals in the reserves today.
Saw a bit of that, and it was absolutely wonderful.
Port by 24 points. It looks like the Magpies will get home down at Albertson. And coming up, the Western Glenelg game from the Richmond Oval on Aussie Football.
And West have certainly done a wonderful job down there getting some form. As the Eagles go into attack, they want goals. They've got to get something out of this game. Morford tries to get it clear, blocked off the blue. Davey gets it away. That's beautiful over to Fleming. They're looking for runners now, Norwood. Back to Davey under pressure. He's got Kim Russell there. Russell onto the right foot, decides to hoof it up further, up to the centre wing position, knocked away. The Eagles are there, but they looked a bit tired. Tottenham thought, well, I'd rather blow it, let it run out of play. I can't do much with it. Throw in right in front of our ABC commentary position. Big pack of players forming there. The Eagles need goals. They trail 6-10 to Norwood 12-13 at the Norwood Oval. Bad handball. Eastor goes back to make amends. Can't get it up of there. Taken away and kicked long there for the Eagles by McClure, but under it is Fleming, and he'll clear from that centre half back position for the Redlegs.
Emerging as one of the Redlegs' better players as well. Plays underneath it, and Roger James goes after it. Spent a lot of time on the bench today, Roger James, and a couple of weeks in the reserves to boot. That was Toomey to Giorgio. Sorry, I just ran out of breath then.
Well, what's that? I've never heard you run out of breath before, David McKay, that's for sure.
A few people would say that, Gary. And free kick, Miller. Be terrific today at centre half forward.
Big players win games.
Well, he's been terrific today. He's just bustled and battled and fought. Robinson missed the chest mark, claims Marty Dillon in a tackle. Spear and Zilla pushed out Norwood opponent. Around the corner goes the spear kick. Dickey, half volley. McClure heads for it. Cunningham crashes into Tottenham. Now McIntosh, the skipper, goes through. That's a throw. Just shovel that forward. Donald Dickey. Well done, Zilla on the smother. Tyson with 2, head high, and holding the ball. Ducked into it, said the umpire. You be the judge, and in fairness,
that was a good decision. No, he's seen it coming, didn't know what to do. Tackles there, he's gone. Beautiful stuff, and that's a great replay. I love those, they're really well done. As Rogers with the rain goes to the outer side of the ground for the Eagles. Comes to ground, it's all Norwood in there. He's met heavily as he kicks. That's a brilliant snap towards goal. Absolute sensational by the big full forward, isn't it? Reid, he's whacked it through. Great goal by Ashley Reid. That's his 3rd, and Norwood can't do anything wrong. 13 goals, 13. They lead the Eagles 6-10.
and you look at them last week against Port Adelaide, where they kicked, what, 1 goal 3 in the second half of football to go down by 88 points. Today, since half-time, they were 8-10 at half-time. They're now 13 goals 13 in terrible conditions, or wet conditions. Makes it very difficult. They've been terrifically strong at the ball.
Oh, they certainly have. That was brilliant stuff. Norwood by 45 points. We've had 17 minutes into this final quarter, but Norwood have played really well. That was good by Reid. He's 3 goals now. The kick out of the centre, knocked away by the Eagles there in Browning. They can't get it clear. Pay's under a lot of pressure. The tackling by Norwood today has been great as they go towards the outer side. Be good to see that young fella out there in Roger James get back form. His form hadn't been there this year. Last year he looked pretty good at times, and I hope he comes back into some form for the Redlegs. We need them firing for the big finals that'll come up in September this year. The ball goes to the back of the pack. McIntosh in there tries to get it clear. He's played a ripper of a game. Kick off the ground goes wide. In there's Toomey. He's met very hard there by Pearce. The ball out of play on the left half forward flank for the Eagles on the outer side of the ground. Throw in. The rain pours down, but them Redleg fans are rippers. They just stay there and stay there with their sides winning for sure. Knock away by Big Miller. kicked away for Norwood, goes into attack. Macca trundles after it in there, also as Reed. He's over it now, he's tackled, tries to get it clear. Down to Giorgio, oh, he goes towards goal. Great goal, the Redlegs. Giorgio second, they've done it again. Good running play. The Norwoods go on with it down here at the parade. Norwood 14-13 leading the Eagles 6-10.
Giorgio kicked a couple last week against Port, and he's got a couple against his name today. Has done a lot of hard running work too, by the way. He's always been there at the fall of the pack. And that one in wet conditions, I suppose it's a lot like Melbourne, isn't it? It's just like home to him about now. The wet and the cold and the rain, he just must feel like he's back in Melbourne.
Well, both involved in that. Giorgio from St Kilda, Ashley Reid from Melbourne, and they're coached by Peter Rode from Melbourne. But that's the way of modern footy in the SANFL. Norwood are going to be there again this year. They've only got to get it all together. As out of the centre, it's the Eagles. Go to Pays. He takes a chest mark. Still drizzling rain at Norwood as the kick goes wide. Biglands, I want to see a bit of this bloke. I'm not going today, I don't think. He couldn't grab that chest mark. He tried valiantly, couldn't do so. The ball's out of play in the right half forward flank for the Eagles. 20 minutes coming up in the final quarter on ABC Sport. Norwood 14-13 leading the Eagles 6-10. Big fella over the back, Keating. He's done well, especially early today. Dave, he's been a live wire, gets it away. The kick goes only scrubbily up to the half back line. Knocked away there. All Eagles players there. They should do something here. Taylor over to Pays. Pays goes to centre half forward. Knocked away there by the defenders of Norwood. There it is again with Fleming. Well done. Tries to get it clear. Can't do so. Here's danger. Down to Morford. Snaps towards goal. That's a ripper. He's banged that through. That's his 4th goal. Well done by the Eagles. They needed that. Morford's been their best goal scorer with those 4. And they go along. Norwood 14-13. To the Eagles 7-10.
We talked about the game of Dale Fleming, but Morford with 4. You've got to say, in wet conditions, and a side that's only kicked, 7 goals for an afternoon. Morford's done his job. Fleming's been an attacking half-back flanker, but he has let Morford get away just those 4 times. I suppose in the context of this game, it hasn't been that important.
He's played pretty well for his 4 goals. You've got to give him that. Any forward that can kick 4 goals, they've needed that. Back in the centre. 14-13 Norwood, the Eagles 7-10. Out of the centre, it's Norwood again. Giorgio over there can't get it clear. Over it now, handballs. Oh, McIntosh has got it. Kick a goal, Macca. Give it one of the big ones that goes in long. Oh, it's missed. Bad luck. I tried to ride it over. Oh, he's sensational. Watch Macca down the Norwood Oval. The faithful there, watching it go through. It's missed. Norwood 14-14, the Eagles 7-10.
Oh, you did try and ride it through too, didn't you? He is tough. Browning over the top of the ball, dribbles it forward. James back now. Cunningham inside 50, 40 and closing. Goes long to goal. That one's missed. I thought I was going through it first.
You tried to ride it, see? You thought you had him in there. It's missed.
Oh, I didn't ride it like yours on Gary McIntosh. That was shameful.
Oh, I like
you were bringing it around with the breeze.
Yeah, that's for sure. 14-15 Norwood, the Eagles 7-10. Been a good game of footy at the Norwood Oval. As the handball goes wide, they get it away out to the outer side of the ground, pushing and shoving out there. Nearly a good mark taken by Browning, but it's pinched away. It's all Norwood. It's Giorgio. How did he get that? He centres the ball. Beautiful pass to find Davey, and Davey will kick for goal from about 30 metres out.
Well, Davey, a player, ironically, not required as part of the roving combination by the Eagles, came to Norwood and rode today against Silla, and I think it's been a pretty fair battle. I think they both had their moments.
Davey on top now, probably now. Played 40 games from now, Norwood. I like this lad. I reckon he's a bit of a goer. Yep. I don't know what his confidence like all the time with that injury, but Davey now from 30 metres. Let's see what he kicks like. Goes towards the parade end. It's a shocker. Cut your leg off. It's off line by a mile and south for only 1 point. Norwood 14 goals, 16 lead the Eagles 7-10 as we get to the end of the last quarter. About 22 minutes gone.
Actually, if there is a criticism of this young fellow, is that he doesn't like anything encouraged, but his goal kicking, he only kicked, 4 for last year, and he needs, as a rover, to kick a lot more goals. Jones.
David Mackay, you're right, dead right there. That's probably his weakness.
Yep. No, when you're looking at effectiveness at Rovers, one of the things he needs to be is an all-rounder, this kid. Doesn't like anything like that. He burrows in. He's got terrific courage. Probably too much for his own good sometimes, but he just doesn't kick the big goals.
Ball goes in the full forward area, knocked away there to the Eagles. He gets the kick away. McIntosh has got it. He's in the centre. Have a look. Mac loves this. I bet he loves Norwood over. You couldn't blame him for it, could you?
These conditions are just tailor-made for him.
And he's really getting into him. Have a look at this on the replay. Mac, now he just runs in. Have a look at that. Is that pugnacious or what? and he's got it. McIntosh drives long. He's got the leading players all down the forward line. Off hands, goes over the back to Giorgio. Couldn't get it clear. A lot of heavy body work in there. Rogers also there. They can't do it now. Handball comes out wide, and that's taken there by James. Kicks in towards the goal line, but it's offline. It's through for the minor score.
Toomey got the important handball out to James, and look at it, 14-17, 101. They're just stepping away. We're 23 minutes into the final term. Clearly the Eagles aren't able to peg them back, and Norwood will go on next week to face West Adelaide, by the way. The Eagles will take on a re-emerging Sturt. Loose ball falls to Dickey, gets the handball away. It's taken away by Adam Pearce. He hasn't been the Eagles' worst today either. This man's been one of their best, Rogers. They've plenty of work to do, though, as the ball's been down in defence so often. Neiman, they need more from him, no doubt about that. Marks over the top of Davey. You'd worry if he didn't. He has been quite terrific this year, Neiman. Today, not so spectacular. Taylor coming back from injury, hasn't been his potent self. King started on the bench and found a bit of the ball in the second half. Wiedemann bustles for it, taken high.
Throw in here.
Caught by 43 points over the double blue, so looks like the Magpies are going to get home after a fright midway through the game when Sturt led by 3 points. You said Sturt would win, Gary, didn't you?
Trying to put words in your mouth. I told you, though. Pretty ordinary. Kick away by Zilla. No, you shouldn't rubbish Sturt. They've done well to win 2. They were up close with Port Adelaide, but then Port ran out. Easily winners in the end. As Rogers has got the ball in the centre of the ground. He'll play on quickly to Pays. He's found a bit of space on centre wing. Goes that way. Can't mark it, but taps it down to himself. Onto the right foot, then decides to handball. Oh, Fleming, he's been very high today in Norwood's best players. He did very well to block that handball. And what's he give that a kick out in the full? Pays, he yelled for it, and he's got it. Pays now for the Eagles, drives to centre half forward. The big pack of players there, knocked away towards the front of the pack. Neiman's over it for the Eagles, drives a goal, which bounces down to the end of the goal there, but straight across the face, out of play, not on the full, and that'll be kicked in by the defence of the Norwood. No, it's out of play. I thought it'd gone through for a point at the end. Norwood 14-17, leading the Eagles 7-10 as we get the end of the final quarter at Norwood Oval. Throw in, big Keating in there, knocks the ball back inboard, comes over to where the player is kicked on there by Taylor. Picked up by Totham for the Eagles, drives it into full forward. Can't pick it up in there. Jason King over the top, can't get it. Keating in there, kicked away there into the attacking area there by McClure, but it's all Norwood, and they clear to Cunningham, and away they go. Cunningham's got it on half back line and clears for Norwood to centre wing, but it's all Dylan there who marks on his chest.
Dylan at half back really has struggled a bit today, hasn't given them the normal drive that he can do. Held when not in possession, said the umpire, and Miller, one of the best for the Redlegs today.
Ticky touch wood free.
Well, in wet conditions it's difficult, isn't it? You pay him when they're there. Rogers at the back, mops up. He's had to do that a lot today. Browning hasn't been the Eagles' worst either. But actually, you look through, the Eagles have had some fair players, but they just haven't had any forwards that have been amongst their best players. Dickey.
That's dead right.
McClure, Zilla.
They do it all out here, see? Yep. 3 or 4 possessions there, but now here's the danger period. Kick goes long, and there where it's knocked away. Down there's Lachlan Bowman. He can't get it. Goes back over it now. Out the back to Fleming, who's played a good game. Handballing in there is Clements. He can't get it clear. This will give the Eagles a bit of a chance at centre half forward. They can't get it out of there. Over the top there of King. There'll be a bounce down about 40 metres out from the Eagles' goal.
Little over 26 in the minutes into the final term. Nothing left in this match. 14-17 the Redlegs, 7-10 the Eagles. It's sad that the Eagles could only get 7 goals. And we were reminded of last year's massacre when the Redlegs really had the wood over the Eagles. Pearce around the corner. Bowman, who really has been inobtrusive today, but has done a good job at centre back. He carpeted Filippo in the first half.
No, I think there's a good comment, David. Their defence down there, and Lachlan Bowman's one you mentioned, Clements, Roberts, anyone that's been down there, the big players, they've really defended well. And this bloke, Dan Tokia, picking up everything with Dale Fleming. As the kick to himself by Dan Tokia comes wide for Norwood. Not much time in this game now, as big Keating should be nearly paid that mark. And there goes the siren to end this game at the Norwood Oval. Norwood in the end ran out easy winners, 14 goals, 17 to the Eagles, 7 goals, 11. A great performance, David, by Norwood. They look good. They back on track after 2 wins early. They've lost 3 bad ones, but they look a pretty good side.
Les Donald Dickey on screen. He wasn't their worst. Toomey, one of the new up-and-coming 19-year-olds, been pretty solid. Peter Rode, the coach, in screen.
Yes,
So
he's done a good
that's
job.
Stephen Rowe out with a hamstring injury today. He'd be pleased that his side has won in the manner that they have. And there's Davey, who was pretty special. Tyson finished with 2. Kim Russell, number 12, came on, started on the bench. Tyson's couple of goals. I don't know that he'd think that was his best game today either, Gary.
No, but he's one of those elusive half forwards. Those types are like that, aren't they? And they've really got to get on with it.
Now, did you think about your best players?
Oh, they're very hard, but I did quickly while you're there, and I'll just run through them quickly. I thought McIntosh was a top game. I had him very high with Miller at centre-half forward. You mentioned them all through the call, David.
Yeah.
They were absolutely beautiful. Cunningham started well, got a lot of touches, came in and out of it. He'd be high there, but Toomey, Davey, Fleming, they were probably there. Rogers probably the best for the Eagles. Pay's got a lot of kicks. Zilla fell out of the game. Pearce would be probably second best for the Eagles. Neiman tried hard. McClure also got kicks.
Well, what are the Eagles' problems in their forward line?
Oh, look, they rely on Taylor so much. They can't throw Neiman down there. They need him in the ruck. Big Lands. I haven't seen much of Rhett Big Lands, so I'll keep quiet on that. He had a pretty ordinary day today, but he's only a youngster. The Eagles had nothing up forward at all. Taylor came into a bit at the end, but their short play around the centre, their possession game was there to give the Eagles some possessions. But the name of the game, David, as we saw today from Norwood, you got to kick goals to win this game, and the Eagles couldn't generate anything from half forward down.
A very good crowd and on a very good oval to watch football.
I love this Norwood Oval. The crowd here absolutely enraptured today. Macca played a great game. They yell and scream here. Close to the play you are. You can always come to Norwood, even when the Crows, Port Adelaide, are in the AFL. I think this ground will always get crowds here to watch it. It's just so close and so exciting.
And remember that the Eagles didn't have a couple of players today. Bailey was out, Colville was out, Philippo was out, Sheldrick almost ready to come back. So you look ahead and you hope that the Eagles can get some of them back next week when they take on Sturt. So the Redlegs will play West next week. Final scores here: Norwood 14 goals, 17, 101. The Eagles 7 goals, 11, 53. We'll be back to wrap up and in just a moment.
Gary staying for this next bit.
Are we going to interviews down here? We're better off to stay and talk about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell them they've all gone.
Well, I've asked them to try and get a couple from each team.
Tell them we'll sit here and we'll get one up here. Is that what you want to do?
Well, no, he wants to do it over there by camera 4.
Well, who's going to do that, Gary?
Hold on 1 sec.
Gary, what do you want to do? You get him organised.
Yeah, he'll sit. Yeah. You sit down here for the
I'll
moment.
sit in the chair. You go with Mark, because the cameraman can wave me on and off. Just set me out. Gary, I'll put a little backpack on you to be able to hear what we say. Try and get a couple of interviews down in the flank if you can. Anybody, injured players. It looks like you're going to need about 2 or 3.
I've already talked and I'm going to try and help us out with
All right. Do I need the coat?
It's just over there. Right, now Gary, okay, stand by. We're coming guys very short. Okay, here we go, David. Stand by.
Thanks very much, Kelly. 14-17, 101. The Redlegs final victors over the Eagles. 7 goals, 11, 53. And if you have a look at the Eagles scorecard, 2 goals in the first term in fine conditions and only 1 in the second quarter. It must be a genuine worry for Bruce Winter. They kicked 2 in wet conditions in the third term and only 2 in the final term, when perhaps the Redlegs might have been taking their foot off the accelerator. McIntosh was fantastic today for the Redlegs. He kicked 3, 2 in the first quarter when the game was there to be set up. Reid 3, was workman-like only. Tyson with 2, I don't think he'll think that was his best game, but he kicked 2 important goals. Giorgio worked pretty hard. Toomey, a young rookie, showed a bit of potential today with 2 goals, and Morfitt with 4 was clearly the best for the Eagles. So when you look through and for the best players, it's pretty easy. But it worries me, Kelly, for the Eagles. I don't know that when their 2 or 3 key forwards aren't firing, that they've got the manpower up forward to get the job done. And today it clearly showed that they just weren't up to it. Where am I going?
I'll find out. Gary's gone down to get some. They wanted you to get the interviews, but it's not really practical, is it? Leaves this place.
He couldn't have done that.
No. we've got to get those set up and going, otherwise they're just going to disappear. You know?
Yep.
There we go.
Mark, tell Mark.
1 second. Dennis.
Yeah, we do, Neil. Thank you. Gary Windows down there, Neil.
Dennis. Stand a suggestion that we do them up here. Gary's down at the moment. We're doing
We'll
some wind up.
get one up here, one down there.
He wants as many as he can get.
Neil, can you send one up here?
Yeah, he's going to try.
Neil, one down there with Gary Window and one up here with me. One up here, mate, if you wouldn't mind. Who's that, Johnny? Come up, John. Sorry, mate, come up. Tell them we've got John Cunningham coming up.
Cunningham coming up here with David. Now, either have to go down and give Gary a hand on the other camp.
They can just throw to me, I'll be right.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that now. So you've got John Terry. I have to try and do that, and I'll just wire him up and I'll go down to Gary.
Are we going to record this one?
Yes, we are.
We're going to record
We
it.
record that one as well.
Okay.
Thanks, John. If you want to come in here, we'll wire you up.
Sorry, John, about that, mate.
A little bit of time to play with today.
All right, David Mackay.
Johnny,
John, nice to meet you. Seen you play, I enjoyed the way you play.
Right.
Sorry about this, mate. We've
oh no, just put it down a bit. Yeah. We'll just
just put it on the side. It's got the cap, or it never had a cap?
never had a cap.
Right.
There you go. Thanks very much.
Just ask them how long I've got. I can give you 3 or 4 minutes.
3 minutes.
Right. We'll ask you about where you came from, Geelong.
Yep.
How many senior games played?
2 last year. I was there for 2.5 years.
Right. Scotty Morford, you never saw him over there?
No, I think he was there before I came. I came halfway through.
Who else come across?
James McClure, he was playing for the Eagles.
McClure?
Yeah. And Shane Carruthers, he's at Port Adelaide.
Right.
So I reckon 3 of us came across.
Righto. Chris, can you go on camera, please? Oh, actually, yeah, he's just doing the lighting as well. Andy, have you got a watch? Just give me a wave at 2.5 minutes, will you? Just give me a big wave. Did Miller play centre back last week?
No, he sent our forward last week.
Was he? I thought you were terrific. We'll talk about that. We've got 3 minutes to just chat.
Yep.
I'm ready when you are, Dennis. You right, John?
Yep.
Okay, mate. Got about 30 seconds to just adjusting the lights for the... Sorry about this, mate. You'd be cooling down. You should not do stretching, anything. How are you finding it here?
Yeah, it's good. It's great. Yeah.
It's a good town, mate. I came across in '78 for half a season.
Yeah.
Never went back.
Yeah, my missus is home, but that's about the only thing.
Got any kids?
Nah, just I've been with her for 3 years, so it's pretty hard to move over.
The scrim's on all the way.
Righto. Right at the end, we'll do a Mother's Day. What's your mum's name?
Margaret. Let's get on tape, she'd love it.
This will hit the tape. You can send it home to her.
Yep.
Sorry I can't be there, Mum. I'll just say to you before you go, you got a message from Mum? Yeah, sorry I can't be home. Where are you from?
Oak Park.
Oak Park?
Yeah.
That's where I live. Where do you live?
Snellgrove.
Snellgrove's where I live.
Bullshit.
40.
Yeah?
Where do you live?
78.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Towards the train station.
Yeah.
Same street I live in.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Who'd you play with over there?
Strathmore.
Did you? I played with Oak
played
Park.
by St Francis. You remember St Francis? Played with them under 10s, under 12s, and then went to Strathmore.
Unbelievable. Same part of the world. That's why you chant. Oh, I'll start with a 2-shot and then, yeah, we'll just chat amongst us like if Gary Window was here. John. Give me a hit at 2.5 minutes. John, a terrific victory this afternoon over the Eagles. I think perhaps the last 3 losses might have dented your confidence, but today you came out wonderfully strong and hard at the ball.
Yeah, definitely. Last 3 weeks been pretty terrible for the club and for the supporters, and also just for the players themselves and down on confidence. And today we came out we were very focused and we all knew what we had to do, and it came off. I
saw you the opening round against Central District that you got when you got up by 9 points. You were terrific at the ball, and I thought at that point you were an early favourite for a grand final. Not that there is at that time of the year, but what happened in the interim?
Oh, definitely. First 2 games we had 2 solid wins, and then the next 2 we definitely had the games in control, and you know, we're playing the same sort of football. And then we'd lapsed for a quarter, the last quarter against you know, North Adelaide and Glenelg were pretty terrible, and it's sort of, you know, 2 games we should have won and we lost. So, and then obviously last week was even worse, so we had to bounce back from that.
Well, what was Peter Rhodes' build-up for this match midweek? What did he have to say to the players?
Well, you know, he said it was, you know, obviously it was a disappointment and it was, you know, embarrassment really for the club last week against Port Adelaide. I mean, to be at level at half-time and then to throw the game the way that we did was pretty terrible, and we got out on the track and we trained very hard, we run hard all week, and I think that paid off, and that paid off today.
I'm a bit interested in, as an outsider, you've come across from Geelong, your thoughts on Gary McIntosh?
Macca's fantastic. Like, I sort of only really remember him from the early '80s games in the State of Origin, when you just, you know, remember McIntosh lining up against Victoria, and because he, you know, didn't come across, it was just sort of this enigma over here that, you know, but he's a great player and he's a fantastic captain and he's great to play alongside. I
thought today Jason Miller at centre-half forward was unbelievable. His first quarter in particular, he scared a few blokes out there. Now, has he been playing centre-half forward the last few weeks, or just today the first day?
He played centre-half forward last week against Port Adelaide and played very well, and we just sort of lacked someone at centre-half forward at the early few weeks to sort of, you know, have a bit of physical presence around there.
You struggled there last week against Port Adelaide. You only kicked, what, 1 goal, 3 in the second half.
Yep.
Was that the catalyst to bring him to centre-half forward?
Oh, I think it wasn't so much him not being there, it was just the fact that we didn't really get it down there, and I think if we had got it down to him last week a bit more often, probably would have been a bit better. But obviously this week we were a lot more dominant midfield and he was able to take control and centre-half forward.
A lot of people look at Norwood and they think that perhaps the strength of the side is the running players, the Harveys, the Cunninghams, the Georgios, those types of players. Donald Dickey was terrific today, but your big men really give you the drive when you're firing, don't they?
Oh yes, I mean today Aaron and Eastie were excellent in the ruck. They got their hands to the ball and tapped it down to us, and Donny Dickey's been great since he's come in. He's worked his way up from the 2s and he's been fantastic on the wing.
And what did Peter Rhodes say after the match?
Well, I haven't actually seen what he had to say yet, but he's obviously be pretty pleased, and we've got to, you know, this is only 1 win and we've bounced back. We're 3-3 now. We've got to try and get in the positive with the wins.
And Trevor Growden was terrific after coming back from a shoulder reconstruction. He looked pretty good too.
Yeah, Trevor was great. Got a lot of run. He's a very, very quick player, and he's going to be a great asset on that wing.
Kieran Ryan, first game at full-back, solid today.
Yeah, Kieran was great. He's you know, came in and he's given a job and he did it quite well, and he's a, you know, Dow defender, a really good player.
Now listen, I know that your mum Margaret is going to get a copy of this tape back home in Oak Park.
Yes.
Do you want to give her a Mother's Day message before we go?
Yeah, just say hello to Mum and hope she enjoys her presents I sent yesterday, and hope she has a great day.
Well, you're an old Oak Park boy, sort of my territory, so I'll be keeping my eye on you in the next few weeks.
Yeah, no worries.
And hopefully we'll see you in the draft next year.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Good luck. Happy with that, Dennis? Just check that you're on.
No, don't.
Well, you're an old Oak Park boy, sort of my territory, so I'll be... And hopefully we'll see you in the...
Hello. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, did they get up? No. No, they got chasing them. Yeah, as you'd expect, really. Yeah.
John, a terrific victory this John, a terrific victory this afternoon over the Eagles. I think perhaps the last...
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
They don't let me here too often, Andy, I tell you. No. Not too often. Well, we're not sure, mate. I don't know about that. Just his voice inflection and emotion. Get it down. Yeah, no, he's good.
The Eagles kicked us out.
Probably fair enough.
The coach.
We couldn't be. They were pitiful today.
All the committee just walked out. I said, I want to be a player. I don't think you get one. And they go, Bruce, I'm Bruce. Is this your coat or is that coat?
That's the one you're into. Hey? Are you going to be doing more?
No, that's it. We've got rid of him.
Specs with him.
Oh no, he's here with you, but not with you.
No, this is...
we're watching it. I don't guess it. Go to sleep. You want to leave your jacket on?
So you're going to leave it on or off?
I'm not fussed. Whatever you
Neither am I.
It's not cold. I mean, it's reasonably happy with it. If you want the jacket on, I'll take it off. It's sort of salty. How you doing, Mark?
Good, thanks, Dave.
Well done, mate. You guys look after us, honestly. Actually, the people at OB2 do as well.
The woman there,
Actually, she's terrific.
Jan.
Yeah. Man.
She doesn't give you too much of a hard time.
No, she gives us back massage and everything.
Really?
Yeah, you're going to have a look at
I'll
your...
have to have a word with her about that.
Thanks. Yes, she does. Yeah, which we don't mind. I mean, we've never been complainers.
Better than going to the footy rooms. Do they get? I'm not used to that. They get a bit upset there, all
do,
the
don't
boys.
they? That's why I said you down there.
Actually, the good thing is you're the new chum on the block.
Yeah, well, that's
See,
right.
The good thing is I don't cop that shit.
Oh, no,
I say
it's
this
all
not-
right. I knew I told
No,
her, but
actually, but see, I just say to them, you can fucking do what you want. It's just... Is it an interview? Yes, it is. It's an interview. It's an interview from the other side. It'll be an interview from Mark Nayley. Mark Nayley's. Alright, Sloane round 7. Carlton defeated Fitzroy. Sydney defeated Melbourne. Then they do the final. Then Kelly will do the final scoreboard. Then they come to us, mate. You and I will do the premiership table.
Have a coffee, fellas?
wouldn't mind a coffee. That'd be lovely. Yeah, it'd be lovely.
Nothing. How many?
About 10 minutes.
Well, I'll just have a quarter. Where's my book? There it is.
Oh dear.
Interesting to see what this does to the ladder. So it was central.
Beauty, thank you.
Yeah, David.
Thank you. I don't need white. Oh, it is white, is it?
it is
That's
white,
okay. I
sorry.
drink it anyway. You got any sugar?
That's got sugar in it.
Lovely. Was Central Port North Eagles, so the Eagles will drop, I presume. Oh no, Glenelg won't get them. Norwood will.
Norwood could.
No, not on percentage actually. 1-3. No, the Eagles will stay there. Glenelg will drop out. Norwood will jump in. Glenelg, Norwood, Sturt, West, and South. Now South are tomorrow, aren't they?
Yep.
Okay.
South and North tomorrow, is it?
Yeah. So we need to mention that, Gaz. I enjoyed your company today.
That
It
was good fun. No,
Yeah,
it
I
really
enjoyed
was.
it.
No,
I
I
really
did
enjoyed
too. It's hard, but you're not hard to work with. So you, as you said, you just some of the blinking prima donnas around the place. Oh, you get sick of all that. It's just good. You just work in what you got to do. And
Yeah, I say, you say, if you start something, I'll let you go.
yeah, that's
If I
right.
start something,
No, you're not.
you let me go.
not-
It's
yeah.
good. Because sometimes you do get into a train of thought, and sometimes you do say, oh, I hogged it a bit there, but
Oh, look, but I've given up worrying about that because you're like me. If that happens, all right.
but
Then-
you talk. And,
Yeah, you
it's a
give
bit
it-
like free kicks. They
Exactly,
They
they're
level
even
out
out
in the
the end.
level out in the game.
But we're not here for ourselves anyhow. You're just here to call. I am a bit bad. I'm not like you did, but then you just put up your finger or something, away you go again.
Yep,
Nah.
you got something to say.
No, it's good fun.
This guy, I like him.
Yeah, be nice to get a better game. Bloody.
Well, I must say to you, that's for me, is the best game I've seen this year.
Yeah, you were saying it before. Oh,
That's the best game I've seen this year. I thought the ferocity of the tackling in the first quarter, till half time, I love this game. I was absorbed by this game. Actually, it's sadness. I actually went back the last 15 years and did a tape for the Eagles for a function at the club tonight. And to see what's going around now, skinny kids see in the background, there were no skinny kids 10 years ago. Surely. Yeah. Went back on all the tapes and they're men.
Yeah, it was different. Yeah,
right? They were men. You know, the blokes like Visca and Chigwidden.
Big Will.
Even the little blokes were well-muscled little blokes. Leon Grosses and Ronnie Fullers and those, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they were bloody different.
There weren't too many Donald Dickies, for instance.
The Donald Dickey, where's he come from? I thought it was Tuggerong or something.
No,
that was his brother. Yeah, that was right.
Uradler. Chiggy in 58, he wouldn't have carried it that heavy a weight for a long time. Blood rule got him. Now, guess. So we do premiership table. We do tomorrow. I'll ask you for a tip. North Adelaide, South Adelaide. North, of course, beaten by Sturt last week.
Yep, that's right.
South won 3/4 against the Eagles, but the Eagles had a big third quarter and killed them, and it precipitated the drama. We've got 15 seconds there. We won't have time to discuss that. We'll do the leading goal kickers around 7. We'll do a topic here. We've got a minute 35. We might. We didn't do that justice, the South Adelaide situation at half time.
No, that's right. It's too cut, wasn't it?
I don't know what happened, but nobody got into it. I thought Mark might have been able to bounce back.
You got to be pretty, but you got to tighten it down and really.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, we didn't say that they're going to announce tomorrow when the special meeting is. We didn't say that they're trying to stop new members from voting. Now, I would have thought you'd invite many new members as you can. If you had the interest of the club at heart, you'd invite as many members. If 10,000 members wanted to come because they wanted to get rid of this committee, and that's for another 30 or 40 grand.
That's right.
I would have thought, look, let them stack the vote.
It doesn't matter.
Let them get another $50,000.
Did you hear anything in there? In your ear?
No.
No,
we got nothing happening.
No, that's right. I agree.
So, first takes on 9th. Norwood will be 5th. West.
Oh, beauty, yeah. Seem to be mucking around with us.
West will be 8th. Norwood will change 8th.
Are you here, Dennis?
Yep.
Where did OBT from? I thought they were going to 43rd. OBT. I don't know. Well, they must be Richmond. Yeah, they are Richmond. Yeah. So how do I get the idea going on?
Oh, right.
Now, where is that, Dennis? What number?
7A. Straight after the premiership table.
Gary introduces David and John Cunningham.
Yeah, thanks.
So will you give me a bump with
that? Yes, Des. Yes, Des, I'm with you.
Yes. After premiership.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll lead you in here.
You're
out.
You'll belt me.
Ever again.
I'll be really...
Well, not until next week anyway. Not until next week.
Just going to change your earpiece over, Gary. See if we can improve it a bit. Yes, thanks, Christy.
She's a good girl, Christy, isn't she? 4 minutes. Righto. Sorry, Dennis? Righto. Okay.
No worries, at least you're right. We'll get by now. That's all right.
Des, item 60. I throw to Kelly Sloan.
About 3.5 minutes, 2 hours. Coming back to item 53.
What's that for, Des? I'll just do that when we.
Yeah.
I'll just give you a little nudge.
Nudge, yep.
All right.
Good stuff.
Righto.
Did I hear Des say that Kelly's thrown to that interview with David and John Cunningham?
No. Gary Window throwing.
Oh, that's what he said?
Yeah. So we do.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We do 57 premiership table.
Yeah.
57A is Gary Window throwing to David Mackay and John Cunningham.
I just thought
After the game, David Mackay caught up with John Cunningham. I'll tell you what, Glenn will be another side of his second there, coach.
You can, will they? What? I don't think he can coach anyhow. He's a nice bloke.
Lovely bloke, mate. Doesn't make you a good coach.
No, that's right. You just got to.
They offered Dermot the job at the start of the year.
Yeah, should have taken it.
Hey?
Should have taken it.
Well, he's still going to get it at the end of this year.
Yeah, no.
As it's turned out.
Yeah, that's
But I mean,
right.
if he wins a premiership this year, Macca's out in the cold.
Yeah, that's right.
But, yes. Kelly and Mark Nailey. To Mark Nailey. Kelly is throwing to Kelly, 56A.
Can I have the budget there? Just, I just want to see what I did tip. I tipped them today.
Yeah, 56A. Kelly throwing to.
Actually, hold it up, Gaz. You're referring to this, Kelly. We're in the budget today, so you hold that up.
Yeah, I've got that. We've got a 22.
Kelly to Gary Window. Tips.
What was item 6?
Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? What page is it?
They're ready. They're coming for us.
29.
Okay, we're on item 53 now.
Eagles Port Glenelgan North.
Are you getting off air sound?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. We're on 53A, this runs 137. That's a Kelly, item 54 next. One minute to run on this.
Mark, can you just tell them to Des we go straight from Gary Window's tips straight into the premiership table, and we'll lead it there and keep going.
Did you hear that, Dennis? Straight into Gary's tips, then
Tips and straight to the premiership table. We'll, as he's defending himself.
As he's defending himself. That's right.
And Kelly doesn't have 2 throws. That's all.
Just so Kelly doesn't have another throw. Will you let Des know that?
We're doing Norwood Eagles, then coming to you for your tips.
Stand by. And Gary next. Your tips.
I thought you were a nice girl, Kelly. I really did. I won't swear at you, but you've got me, haven't you? I picked the Eagles. Port, I got them in just Glenelg and North, so I hope North come home tomorrow. But you'll keep, mate. You'll keep.
We'll have a look at the premiership table, Gary, and we'll see how the winners and losers have affected the premiership table today.
Yeah, it's certainly been an interesting round of footy, that's for sure.
Well, Central sitting top of the ladder. Port Adelaide will remain in second spot. North Adelaide, well, subject to what they do tomorrow, they'll probably stay the same. The Eagles, 4th, Glenelg 5th. I think you'll find that Norwood, they just missed out on percentage. I thought they might have jumped into 5th today, Norwood.
They should have. They're very happy down the Norwood rooms, David. They thought that was a pretty big win, and the Eagles were very bad.
And West go from 8th up to 7th.
Yep.
But
Sturt's still sitting there, and South go right to the bottom. So that's very interesting there. So, yeah, very good take.